Oh, hey, I think it's starting. I think. Oh, yeah, it's starting. Uh-oh. Holy ratings. What the heck? I thought something was supposed to happen here. I am Rob. That is a funny name. Hun2R. I don't feel like I said that guy's name right. Luke.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a fantastic fantasy
That scared
RPG.
me.
Old school RuneScape is the greatest game of all time.
Lies of P is a better video game than Bloodborne.
The RPG category is so broad to the point that it's meaningless.
Mouse and keyboard is easier to be good at than controller.
The Horizon franchise
Honestly,
is
he's kind of
very
spitting. That guy spit.
A battle royale would
I don't know
not
how
have
people
saved
play
Halo
on
Infinite.
controller.
A battle royale would have saved Halo Infinite.
Multiplayer games are held to lower standards because everything you do with your friends is fun by default.
If most of our favorite
True.
games launched today, people would call them bad.
Hideo Kojima writes dialogue like an alien trying to convince everyone else he's a person, and it's bad.
Early access is good for video
True.
games.
Arkham Origins has the best written story in the Arkham series.
Sure, man.
Nintendo is held to different standards than other companies.
True.
Marathon is
Because
a
they're the
more
best.
fun
True.
game than Arc Raiders.
PC or console?
PC.
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 Console.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
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 Your mom.
Mouse and keyboard or controller?
Honestly,
Mouse and keyboard.
true response.
Mouse and keyboard.
Who would
Depends
pick
for what.
Xbox? I'm saying.
Controller.
That console's dead as hell.
Or multiplayer?
Single player.
Multiplayer.
Single player.
Single player.
Competitive or casual?
Competitive.
Casual.
Casual.
Next.
Call of Duty or Battlefield?
Battlefield.
You bastard. Battlefield.
Who are these
Call
people?
of Duty.
I think they're the people who like
Counter-Strike or Valorant?
who made this event happen.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike.
Apex or
Her
Fortnite?
ass hates shooters.
Fortnite.
I
I don't
can't
blame her.
gritty with Master Chief and Apex, so we'll go Fortnite.
Whatever.
Overwatch or Marvel Rivals?
Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals.
You say neither or neither? I'm from Iowa.
Either.
Neither?
No. You can say, you can pronounce it either way.
He said
Neither.
Marvel Rivals.
Ooh. That's a good one.
She likes hero shooters.
Like, release Overwatch?
Arc Raiders or Escape from Tarkov?
Arc Raiders.
Arc
Both
Raiders.
those games are ass.
Arc Raiders.
Escape from Dukov.
Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption Arthur.
Red Dead.
Elden Ring or Sekiro?
Elden
Oh,
Ring.
both ass.
I haven't played Sekiro, but I'm gonna go Elden Ring.
Both.
Actually,
Dark Souls
Sekiro
or
looks like the
Bloodborne?
one good Souls game.
Bloodborne.
Guys, what should I answer? Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. No, I'm sorry, Bloodborne. Change my mind.
Would you choose which children you love more? Oh.
Arcade shooters or tactical shooters?
Tactical shooters.
Tactical shooters.
Arcade shooters.
What?
Battle Royale or Team Deathmatch?
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Baldur's Gate 3 or Expedition 33?
The crazy two games
Baldur's
to
Gate
pick
3.
between.
BG3.
Expedition 33.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk?
What's even the correlation between those two games?
The greatest
they have
game
3
of
in
all
them?
time, The Witcher 3.
Yes. Both. Witcher.
Skyrim or Fallout?
Fallout.
Oh my. Fallout.
Fallout.
God, open world games are so boring.
Ooh.
I don't know if I said it out loud before, but
And Fallout New Vegas.
I've tried to play both of those
Effect,
games and fell
Dragon.
asleep.
Mass Effect.
Dragon Age.
Mass Effect.
I need the game to tell me where to go.
Power World or Pokemon?
Pal World.
Power World.
I don't want to get a cease and desist, so I'll say Pokemon.
Power. Defense.
People be lying when they say
Victoria?
Power World is good,
No,
by the way.
don't
That
put
game's not good.
Don't put that.
Super Mario or Sonic?
Super Mario.
Super Mario Bros.
Run to a meeting.
Super Mario.
Okay. Good luck with your
Sonic.
meeting.
Destiny or Warframe?
Good luck, Miss Rosalie.
Warframe.
Destiny 2.
Warframe.
Goodbye.
Diablo or Path of Exile?
Path of Exile.
Diablo.
No, you can do that to me. What the hell? Oh man. Diablo is my childhood. Path of Exile is a lot better now. Ah.
Breath of the Wild or Ocarina of Time?
Ocarina of Time.
Breath of the Wild.
Ooh. I have a long story about Ocarina of Time.
I've never even played
Yes.
Ocarina of Time,
Ocarina of Time.
Roguelikes or Metroidvanias?
but I
Roguelikes.
just don't like Breath of the Wild. I'm
Roguelikes.
sorry.
Metroidvanias.
I love both.
Also, roguelike's clear.
Roguelike? Metroidvanias? Castlevania.
Achievement hunting
What?
or multiple playthroughs?
Multiple
Oh.
playthroughs.
Multiple playthroughs?
Achievement hunting.
I think I achievement
People
hunt
who
more
only
than.
play games for
play-
achievements are so low on my totem pole. What was this?
Damn.
Sorry.
Achievement-
What did I do?
Achievement hunting or multiple playthroughs?
I just like
Multiple
collectibles.
playthroughs.
I like funny little things on my screen.
Sorry.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a fantastic fantasy RPG.
Old school RuneScape is the greatest game of all time.
Oh, it's repeating
Lies
them
of
again.
P is a better video game than Bloodborne.
Yeah, maybe it's just been like years since I played on controller, but the one time I tried to play on controller again, like with the shooter,
It's fun by default.
Let me turn them down.
Favorite games launched today.
the one time I tried to play like a shooter on controller, I was like, dude, how did I do this? I feel like I'm piloting a plane.
Early
This shit
access
feels
is good
ass.
for video games.
Arkham Origins.
If I could move my character out.
Story in the Arkham series.
Nintendo is how to different standards than other companies.
Like,
Marathon is a
It's
more
so
fun
slow.
game than Arc Raiders.
I can't do it.
PC.
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 I know they have like
PlayStation?
aim assist, but I do think controller is kind of harder to be better at.
PlayStation.
It feels so limiting too.
Your mom.
Mouse and keyboard or controller?
Like I remember playing Smite
Mouse and keyboard.
on PS4 and then going back to
Controller.
like keyboard again.
Or multiplayer?
It's like night and day, man. I don't know how I used to be able to hit those buttons with
Single
a
player.
fucking controller.
Competitive or
Especially Smite. There's like so many buttons you gotta hit.
Competitive.
Casual. Neither.
Man, I see these two games and I'm like, should have been Paladins, man.
Pronounce it either way.
Why did Paladins have to die for those two scumbags?
Ooh. That's a good one.
When Paladins cleared both of them.
Mm.
Oh,
Really is Overwatch?
oh, is it gonna start with the trailer again that they posted on Twitter? I'm not gonna look then because I don't want to get spoiled. I need to plug in my phone. Hold on. Hey, there's that back. RuneScape. Is it me or the quality of the stream kind of low? 1080. Maybe I'm tweaking. Dude, he shot that deer. What the hell?
Welcome to the New Game Plus Game Showcase, a new initiative built by creators who love games for what they are and not just the games that pay to have them promoted. First up, I'm Hunter. I'm normally behind the camera across gaming.
Oh, it is
esports
just
events, and I
Hunter.
work on social accounts for a ton of different games.
Hunt2R.
My favorite games of all time would probably be RuneScape, Dark Souls 3, Leaf Green, Black Ops 2, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Then we have Jake Lucky, kind of the point where gaming, esports, and streamers collide. If you look at him for too long, you'll start to wonder why his neck is so long, and if you look at his Twitter for too long, you'll wonder how much Nadeshot paid him to tweet clips of him every single day. His favorite games of all time are RuneScape, Age of Empires 2, Halo Infinite, Jumpstart Adventures with Bodley, and CSGO. Duality, a streamer with
Jumpstart?
spoons and a love
Holy
for
fucking
Dragon's
bull.
Eggs, who
This guy
probably has
said
more
Jumpstart
personality than the rest of
grade
us,
3?
even for Pinky.
Is that what he said?
Her favorite games include Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, XCOM 2, Witcher 3, and Mass Effect.
That's a gnarly
Then
pull.
Luke Stevens,
I was a
mind of critic
Jumpstart
with the heart
second
of a
grade
fan.
kid
Luke
personally.
breaks down games through their DNA
I think I
and
played the
really
third
looks
grade
at
one too.
everything a game has to offer. Where our brains might be smooth, his is nice
That was-
and wrinkled.
that was funny.
His favorite games of all time are Elden Ring, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Last of Us, Witcher 3, and Batman Arkham City. The fifth and final in-person member this year is
You know, all
Rob.
these people saying
Rob
their
came
favorite
from the
games
hell
does
of
not make
making
me
Call
look
of Duty
forward to
videos
this. I'm
to
gonna
the
be
other
honest
hell
with you.
of Platinum Games.
Because if these are the
His favorite games of all
kind of
time
games
are
that
Witcher
are going to
3,
be shown,
Halo 3,
I'm
Batman
going to be
Arkham
bored the
City,
whole time.
X-Men Legends, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Not to be confused with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Then our final member is Blue Thunder, the man who is always spotlighting the next
I've always
video
said
before anyone
we need
else
more
sees
video
it
games that
coming.
look like
He
cartoons,
just had a
man.
beautiful second child that
We need to
luckily
stop
takes
with the
after his wife,
hyper-realism.
so he's not here in person, but was a major part of the showcase. His favorite games of all time are Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill 2, Elden Ring, The Last of Us, and Metal Gear Solid 2.
guy
Together,
loves
we're presented
sequels.
how we think game showcases should feel: conversational, authentic, and transparent.
We are here to celebrate what actually excites us, incredible worlds, creative devs, and stories behind those games that we love so much.
There's no paid placements, no marketing scripts, just pure passion and excitement for what's coming up in gaming.
You can expect a wide range of content, including new trailers, fresh gameplay, developer interviews, behind-the-scenes content, and even some updates to your favorite games.
So sit back, grab your drink of choice, and let's dive into some of the games that we think are worth
Dude,
your
is that
attention.
Mountain
This
Dew?
is the New Game Plus Game
Oh,
Showcase.
fuck yeah, brother. I love Mountain Dew.
New Game.
It's a work in progress.
Wait, what's the name of
New
it?
Game Plus shows the
New
showcase.
plus
of-
a game plus a showcase.
Have we trademarked that yet? Because I don't.
Oh, God.
Well, we have cups.
We
That's
already
most of it.
got the
Oh, fuck. I forgot to start recording.
The cups are done,
We
dude.
might have to cut our losses.
There's no changing it up.
Cheers.
Perfect.
I don't know.
It's great. All right, guys, so first up, we have three awesome games. We have Blind Descent coming from Owlcat. We have Deep Dish Dungeon coming from Behold and Raw Fury, as well as an exclusive interview with the Don Walker creative director.
Corvad. I don't know who that is. This looks like a survival journey to the savage planet type beat. Oh, cool. I thought he just fell. I was like, oh, why that guy? Goo pile. It's like a dungeon crawler, like a Dark and Darker, but just PvP. No PvP. Oh, and you gotta like fix stuff. Like puzzles. Youch! Deep Dish Dungeon. You make food? Am I just being a fat ass thinking of deep dish pizza? That looked cool though.
Must be here somewhere.
Must be here somewhere. Rescue your family, 22 days left.
Dawnwalker is like a special kind of being in our IP. It's
I gotta turn this up for me, it's
a
kind of
vampire
quiet.
nor a human. It's something in between. What this means is basically that you, as a Dawnwalker, you have underwent a transformation. You used to be human. And now, during the nighttime, you do get all the powers and the difficulties of being a vampire. So you get the blood craving and so on. But during daytime, these powers are dormant and you still have to eat. You have all the weaknesses of a human, right? But also the perks of being human. One of the things that is unique to humans in our IP is being able to use magic, so casting spells. The Dawnwalkers are not very commonplace in that IP. They are very, very rare, rarer than vampires. So you as a Dawnwalker are kind of special in this regard. I would say the short-term things that have immediate impact on the character development are you have to feed on, you know, either animals or humans on blood suddenly, right? So you get these cravings, you get these like weird, eerie experiences that you didn't have as a human. Francis and his clique of vampires actually caught him on his low point when he was vulnerable.
Cool idea.
Used
Looks cool.
traits of
I don't
vampiric
like this
blood in
combat
order
at all.
to cement his position in the valley.
This combat
Because,
looks terrible
you know,
to
as
me.
you might imagine, having
But
a
I hate a
bloodsucker
slow ass
as
combat
your
like this.
lord
So
might be a tough sell. However, if the
a
alternative
slow ass
is
like
getting
super
sick
defensey
and, you know,
heavy
dying
fucking
in
combat.
thousands, actually,
I
it
just
doesn't
want to go.
sound as such a horrible thing.
I want to be
Tries
Dante.
kind
I don't
of,
want to be fucking
distort the
some
religious
loser.
beliefs in order to install himself as a savior of the valley. We do explore this in the game, so you might see, like, for example, statues erected to Francis, new iconography shown in the local cathedral, for example.
Everything else about it though looks pretty cool.
There is this
You're a
whole
vampire. I like that there's like a
builds around himself.
time
So
limit
he
to the
basically
game.
shows himself
I think
as
more
something
games should do
better
that
than
actually.
The old order, right? We do have a mechanic.
I don't know
tied
how
to
Pikmin is like the
shrines
only
that
game
are
I've ever
erected,
played with that mechanic.
across the valley, and Francis takes a
And
lot of
I
puts a
guess
lot of
Persona,
attention
but
to
yeah, it
kind
does.
of
But
twist them to his
I guess
own
you could say that
image,
about
and these
Pikmin's
do
time
have a
system too. It's not really
functionality. When
that
you play the
scary.
game, we have assigned specific functions to them. Generally speaking, one of the things we wanted to achieve in this game is to have Francis being this active antagonist. You know, in a lot of games, the antagonists are out there to be defeated, but generally speaking, you have free reign. You do your own thing, and it doesn't really, you know, change much in how they approach you. In this game, what we wanted to do is to have
That
Francis
blur
react
filter
to
he
your
has
actions
on
as you,
is
you
not
know,
working.
complete different activities throughout the valley, as you
It is
maybe
hella
undermine
distracting
his,
me. Just
operations
seeing
and
everything
so on.
unblur.
It's kind of like
He really
his
wants
seal
to
of
show off that
approval.
cat.
Exactly. So it's like, so basically the way you can think about it is like the more you do in the valley, especially if you undermine Francis, you will gain notoriety. The more notorious you are, the more edicts Francis will pass in order to thwart you. So for example, he might send out more soldiers to patrol roads and villages, right?
Also, it's
He
open
might,
world too. It
in
looks
some
like,
extreme
which
cases,
also
maybe
is
even
just a
initiate a
big
lockdown of
turn
the
off for
city
me.
to basically hamper your ways of traversing.
Just everything
right?
looks cool about it
There is a
except the
number of these
gameplay.
edicts we have prepared, and each of them is designed to kind of twist and change the general open world gameplay. It also has benefits. There are factions in the valley that dislike Francis, so the more notoriety you gain, you know, the better standing with them you get, like they actually like that. There is a number of plot lines that you can follow if you want. You can also cut them off because we have added these systems where, for example, you might lose control over Cohen when he's a vampire if he was hungry. You might kill off some important NPCs and then the plot line just cuts off basically, or you get some alternative version. There are some ways to
Wait, he
enter
can
the
just
castle
fuck
in
around
the
and
open
do
world.
stuff at
You
night
can
if you don't
ignore
feed him.
these
That's kind of
block
funny,
side plot lines.
actually.
You can level up Cohen.
He just tweets out and
decide
kills
to
somebody.
attack the castle on your own, right?
Out of curiosity, is there romance in the game?
Romance, yes, of course. We do have romance options, yes. We didn't delve deep into like with whom.
I'm
yet,
sorry, but who cares?
Okay.
And,
Are you that
I'll
lonely?
leave that for
we need
the
to
future
romance
to talk
in
about.
games because we're that
However,
lonely?
yes, you can expect to.
I'm
build
sorry, I don't
relationships with
care.
Characters. Like I said, there is like one main goal.
Go back to him
very
killing people because you didn't
varying
feed
ways
him.
to
I
get
think
to
that's
it.
pretty funny.
These different ways that you pick will impact.
He just ruins the whole game for you.
Immediately
Immediately auto
And
save,
it's
so
all up
you
to you.
can't go
And I think,
back.
yeah, I really recommend
That's kind of funny,
experimenting with
actually.
this stuff
Yeah, I
and
like
having
that
fun with it.
mechanic.
First one, Blind Descent, Martian, survival, co-op, adventure.
Gives me Subnautica vibes, and in the best way possible. I really like it, but like more with land exploration, which is really cool. I honestly can't wait to try it.
We're also going to see a lot of survival games today. So I think it all comes down to what the ultimate depth of the game is. But I also, my first thought when I saw Martian land was No Man's Sky. That's obviously
I'm a
like
big survival guy.
maybe a reach for expectation-wise, and then definitely a tall task. But when I heard Martian, I thought No Man's Sky-esque.
Like you said, a lot of survival games, but I think it's popular right now, and I'm hopeful that a lot of them do it right. But this is like going underneath Mars and has aliens.
Minecraft's the only one.
Looks interesting. I like it.
I'm intrigued about the variety of ecosystems and aliens and plants that they bring up.
Well, like you said, it's popular right now because people like them. And so they share a lot of things mechanically, but for me, it's usually the vibe. And this one has a vibe.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
That's why I wonder how that gameplay loop goes. Like, how far down can you go? What kind of biomes are you experiencing as you continue to go down? And like you said, with survivals, we see like a lot of the same loops. So how can they?
Are there trees you can cut?
Yeah, like again, we're gonna talk about it a lot, but if you can cut a tree down, I'm good for survival games. I'm like
at that point.
I'm the target audience.
Then we have Deep Dish Dungeon, co-op dungeon crawling, a survival game, handcrafted dungeon.
Oh, that was the
You
Martian
got
game,
resources, cook to strengthen your party. You can party up with friends. I'm excited.
I mean, it had like
Speaking of
the,
vibes, this
he
thing
was
is a
right. It did have a
vibe.
nice
Like,
vibe.
I don't know
It just
what
reminded me of
you
Journey to
call
the
that
Savage
art
Planet,
style,
which I kind of
but
fuck with.
whatever
But
it is, like injected into
kinda
my veins.
retro,
oh man,
right?
survival
It's like
shit is just
pixel
so
art, but then they
overdone,
also
man.
have like some voxel type tech for digging and breaking things. I don't know, whatever it is, I like
What's
it.
voxel type tech?
Okay, so when Luke said voxel, that's big word count number 1 of the day. When I see that, I'm very basic. I'm like, that's got to be some form of pixel art, which is definitely coming back. I feel like we're seeing more games kind of pull back that old view, that old like Minecraft pixel art, whatever you want to call it, voxel view.
I will be honest with you guys. While you guys are talking about pixels, I'm thinking I hope I can kill my teammates in funny ways. So sure. We'll go with the pixels.
Yeah, we were watching the trailer
honestly, me
together,
too.
and the first thing she
I
was
also have
saying was
those
like, "Hey,
thoughts.
how do I kill those I'm with?"
I mean, I have to imagine it's a
It's funny.
dungeon crawling game about cooking in the dungeon.
You don't
Surely
get it.
you're
You're
gonna
not
be able to
content filled.
accidentally poison yourselves.
Do you think you can get like bad ingredients on purpose to murder your?
I bet you're gonna have to find out.
Why are you going there?
So I wonder though, with it being like in dungeons, like if they're gonna have an in-game proximity chat kind of thing.
I hope
It's one of my favorite things in games like this when you're like walking through and you can hear your friend off in the distance. I wonder if they'll do something like
The Lethal Company
Yeah.
effects where they're like
It
far
looks
away.
like you can hear them
that's meant to be
screaming.
enjoyed
Like screaming,
with
right.
friends, for sure.
Yeah, like at
Me
least
and Jake gonna be in their edition in that dungeon.
like at least a co-op. He's across the world. I'm like, Rob, you there?
I'm dishing, baby. I'm dishing.
I'm dishing.
making
Can you bring the carrot?
What are you making?
Lasagna.
Yeah, no, but it looks very promising though.
Okay,
Next
so
up, we
you
have
can
Dawn
make food.
Walker.
Well, the
Lua
name
had a
wasn't
crazy conversation with her creative director.
weird.
Single
for no reason.
player, vampire, RPG. It looks incredible. I think the 30-day system is awesome, and like you said, gives weight to things. And then the
So
whole,
30 days.
Like there's so many
is
decisions
Pikmin.
you can make.
What I find
Vampire
really interesting about the
Pikmin.
game is that Cohen, the protagonist, is half vampire, half man. And even though like all of that sounds great by itself, there's even another layer where at night, of course, he can use vampiric abilities that he doesn't get to use during the daytime. His combat's different. He's not using a sword, he's using claws. And then in the daytime, of course, there's NPCs walking around and there's, you know, maybe patrols going around that aren't there at night, but then there's different ones at night. So
And you can use magic as human. You can use magic as a vampire.
Yes, and basically what they're trying to do is to not just have the time be an element of certain actions to take it forward, but also whether you're playing in day or night, quest lines play out completely differently because people are in different spots, their behaviors are different. This person may be asleep, so you can't talk to them.
Have
but
different
somebody else is there.
abilities.
This sucks that it's had that
Well, The
slow
Witcher
ass
3 is my personal
defensive
favorite
combat.
game of all time. So, and this is former Witcher 3 developers working on this, and so much of that charm was prevalent there.
The music.
The music, just that soundtrack in the short little snippet we saw there, I felt it.
I love that simple separation between day and night and different things coming with your character.
That's got to be like the coolest part of it.
Yeah, because it's got to probably tailor to your gameplay of like, I got to wait to make this choice during the nighttime versus during the daytime where I can use certain abilities or different combat styles. I love that part of it.
And so I could foresee a run through, like a play style where you're playing only at night for missions. You're just doing stealthy vampire stuff, and you're eating people or you're drinking blood rather, not eating people. I don't know, maybe it's not a way. But
Whatever
you know,
you want.
the dark run through versus like the light run through in the daytime, the vegan run through, the vegan run through, which has one of those vegan.
Vegan sped run, Don Walker.
Yeah, vegan achievement.
Sponsored by Beyond Meat. The fact that they revealed a little bit about more Brinsis the Overlord is also a system. He really talked a lot about systems that they have not spoke on yet at all, and didn't with us either.
Like the edicts. As you go around the world trying to find your information, you can side with different people, and depending on what you do, you can make the Brensis quite upset. So he can start making laws and rules to stop you from progressing in a certain way.
I feel like the Brensis
An
as
asshole.
an antagonist is not just like
Okay, that's
pure
good.
evil.
Everything about
doing
this game
all
sounds
sorts of
funny,
horrible
but
stuff. Like he is helping.
then it showed me the combat, and I like
some
completely
ways
did not give
in
a
order
shit.
to get control of them, but he's like curing them of the
If
plague.
only I like
he offers them
boring,
something they aren't getting elsewhere. So he's doing bad stuff. It's like
stupidly
there's nuance.
overthought
And that typically makes for
action
really,
games.
really good stories.
Harder choices to be made.
Perspective.
I don't got
and
time for all that.
Never a clear
I want to
cut
press
good or
one
bad.
button and I want it
bet
to
you there's
do a
gonna
lot
be
of
a moment
damage.
where it's
It's
like
one
you
of the
could stop it,
charms.
like his influence in an area. That means they're gonna die of the plague. So it's like, do you let the bad guy do the thing that you're trying to stop him to do, or
And it's also about perspective. These
But
people
honestly,
were ruled by a very tyrannical
I'm gonna
leader
get shot for
before.
this.
So even
think
though
Genshin
Brent is a
combat is more
vampire to them,
entertaining than
he may as well
Souls-like.
worth it?
be a savior, right?
Shoot me.
For the next section, we have three, again,
I just
I'm
don't
gonna
like
have to not
rage
say
bait
incredible
games.
games every single time, but we have Prologue, Go Way Back from Player Unknown, Beautiful Light from Deep Worlds,
Player
and
Unknown does
Project
something, don't they?
Shadowglass from
I've
Starhelm
played something they've done.
Studios.
Oh boy, more survival game.
It's just an infinite map generator with some game loops on top of it. So you have a survival
This shit just
loop,
looks
which
like
is pretty hard.
forest.
Get to another tower. We give you
I
a
already
map and
played
compass
this
and
like
not much else.
last
some
year.
basic survival mechanics, and it's a game against yourself more than anything else, and kind of the decisions you make. Then you also have just
That scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna run an ad break during this game because I don't think no one cares.
Those are just like a hike. The differentiator or the thing that makes a difference is that we can generate
here.
essentially infinite maps of 8x8 scale. Like we have a map editor in the game and stuff like that, but we want to be able to give you
Hello,
the ability to
Polynozo.
give a deep link to someone, so I can just send you like
Thank you for the
HTTP
24
that
2
starts up
years.
the game,
Damn.
loads a map and a
It's been 2
seed,
years.
and I can share stuff
You're
I've
old,
built
Polynozo.
with you with just a link, right? So it's kind of
How
Go
you
Way
doing,
Back
Mr.
is just it's a
Polynozo?
technological experiment that, or proving some technology we've developed. It's no longer an experiment; it's in production, so it works. But it's
Fuck,
also
you're old.
going back to my love of survival games and those
Hey.
kind of emergent. Just I'm not giving anyone missions to do. It's just get there. And how you
Oh,
get there is
Player
fun
Unknown
too.
Battlegrounds.
Basically, if
Duh,
you
they
play
did
the same
PUBG.
seed,
That's what I know
you
them
get
from.
the same weather. I'm pretty sure you get the same cabin layout, and you maybe get
Dude,
the
I'm
same
sorry,
loot.
but when
So you
people
and four
start
friends
talking about
could
games,
technically race
play
to
at
the
your
weather
own
tower,
pace.
and so you get there first.
Make
because
your
you're in the
own
same
fun.
conditions.
Shut
And
the
we don't
fuck
have
up.
multiplayer yet. You have this kind of asynchronous.
You're making the
multiplayer,
game.
as long as
You
can
make
share
it.
seed with people.
You
I
make the
thought, wouldn't
pace.
that be a
You make
cool
the
thing
fun.
for
The
events
fuck?
Where you have 16 streamers.
I'm not a game
and see
dev,
how
man.
long they can survive in objective survive mode, right? Or see who can race to the weather tower quickest, or we can set up the weather.
That's
just
why
to
I
get
don't like
progressively
open world
colder
games.
and see who lasts the longest. There's a weather tower on top of one of the higher points on the
'Cause
map.
that's like the
It's
selling point of
generally the
open
side
world
of the map
games.
we
Play
have.
at
We
your
do
own
have
pace.
prompts now that tell you,
You
what to
make
do in
the
world.
fun.
But yeah,
No,
there's
man.
some simple survival mechanics. Keep yourself warm, keep yourself dry, light fires, board up windows, keep your body in a good temperature.
Wuthering
get across
away.
the
Dude,
map.
I love
And
that
we don't
game.
tell you where you are on the map, except when you find a new map in the world and it updates your position. You're left for basic navigation. It's kind of set in the 80s, so you don't have digital GPS, stuff like that. I want to make sure that the worlds we're generating have enough depth that when we add story and mission and quest-based content, that the worlds feel like coherent and real enough that it makes sense. Like, I want to have pathing, I want to have like infrastructure, like telephone lines, this kind of stuff. So the cabins aren't just random cabins in the forest, that there seems to be some like, you know, logical placement of stuff in the world. And once we have those in, then we can more easily go,
So
well, okay,
there's racism.
we need to connect
What?
all the substations.
What did he
to,
even say?
bring
I've
power to
tuned
the weather
out. I'm gonna be
tower so
honest with
can
you.
Get a message or go and do various things. Right now, there's a bunch of cabins and there's survival mechanics.
I saw
but
a
we
guy
wanna
start
add
building a
lot
house
more
and my
depth
brain
to
immediately
the
turned off.
environment. Preface is a tech demo.
I have not been paying
always said I
attention to
wanted
what this
release a
guy's
free
been
tech
saying.
demo of the engine we're building,
It's
and that's
set
what
in the
Preface is.
80s.
And the kind of poetic thing
I mean,
is
there's
that my last game
racism
will be
now,
Preface,
famously.
because it'll just be a visualization of what's possible with our engine at that time. And it's more like Minecraft Survival, that it's an example of what you can do with the engine, and it'll be open source and free for everyone, so you can do whatever you want. So having this kind of digital space, like an internet in 3D, I don't see anyone working towards that. I see small bubbles, but I don't see anyone really trying to do Earth scale
Exactly
with
my
millions of
point.
people.
Okay.
And that's kind of the bigger goal, and that's why we've broken it down into 3 games. The aim is that
I don't
you
think
should be
you
able to
can
do
be
anything
racist
from
in this
10 by
game because it
10
looks like there's
to 100 by
fucking
100
nobody.
with 5v5 or 100v100 relatively
You can be racist
easily
to yourself,
and not
I guess.
have any problems. We will build maybe an Earth scale terrain, maybe smaller, with hopefully a network layer that supports millions of people. That will be kind of a survival civilization MMO type game. But again,
We'll
that's
find a
just
way.
one layer of the world.
We'll.
Like, I want you to be able to just jump around
This
the
guy
world
just
and see
self-reported.
what's happening, because you should be able to
Twitter, get
like, I
him.
think if you want to interact with the world, there should be a layer of survival you have to do, or a layer of gameplay.
I
in order
hate
to
those
kind of
trees, it's
leave your
crazy.
impression on the world.
Bro hates nature.
Quebec Charlie to Quebec Romeo Foxtrot. We got your location report. We are monitoring you in the operation zone. Good luck. Over.
This just looks like the same game we were just shown, but with a gun. Does it not? Whoa, zombie! Hit that fucking zombie. So what is this? This is new game plus showcase. Yeah, it's another new showcase. It's first year this year. Oh, is this just a zombie survival game? Is this DayZ? Fireball. All I see are monsters. Miko would what? I don't think Miko really likes the fleshy type monsters like that. Wait, we can be the monster? Wait a minute. Did you see that? He was the dog. He was the one who knocked. Damn. Oh, I just realized. So this is Tarkov, but with zombies. I have completely lost interest. Disrespectfully will pass. I do not like an extraction shooter.
Where pixels were once only 2D.
That's how I feel,
Now,
Walter.
There's 3D. Oh, I'm just with you. I'm Dominic John, the dev behind Project Shadowglass.
Tarzan.
A 3D pixelated RPG that's a love letter to classic immersive sims like Thief and System Shock. This video is a series of prototype rooms that I've been working on some of the core systems in. No art, no assets will be generated by AI. This is all human-made, hand-placed, made by me and artists like me because we love what we do.
Pretty game. So there's gonna be like Thief and System. I don't really know what. Isn't System Shock a horror game? I know what Thief is. bows and arrows. Blink.
If you have headphones, I would highly suggest wearing them. All the audio in Project Shadowglass is going to be 3D, and not just 3D, but simulated. The music emanating from this orb is going into the left ear and the right ear, but as I change the size of the space, you can hear the character of the sounds change.
Air absorption.
And if we go around the wall, we can still hear it coming from the opening in each ear.
Vaulting.
I actually launched the Shadowglass Discord today, so if you have any ideas or suggestions or just want to follow along, feel free to wishlist Project Shadowglass on Steam. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek on how things are coming along. Thank you so much, all the crew at New Game
I mean,
Plus
pretty
for
looking
having me.
game.
Be well, my friends.
So I don't know what the fuck you do in it, but it looks pretty.
To start with, prologue, go way
So
back,
you can
another
make
survival
the
game that
game.
we're seeing, and we were talking, it's a bare bones survival game where there is no common enemy. Your enemy is the elements, where you just have to try and survive and make it to that point. So if you guys don't know Brennan Green, he not only was behind the Battle Royale mode of H1Z1, which we talked a long time about, he was also the creator of PUBG. So people have a lot of faith in him and what he calls his 10-year plan. And he talks about his ultimate goal being he wants 1 million players on a server. He wants the internet to be made 3D and for all of us to actually truly be able to play together. Which I know is a crazy transition from us talking about a survival game.
Single-player survival game?
Like we want to cover their survival game because I love survival games and they're gonna be branching out in this game.
That
for the
first
next
game they
few
showed
years
isn't even
until they have
multiplayer, it's just gonna
until
be
they
single
have
player.
weapons and they have PvE and animals to fight against, but it's also part of a much
Also,
bigger
a story. He mentioned they will be adding also a story to the
Things to
world.
do, yeah.
Yes.
That's got to be like the most ambitious, one of the most ambitious projects out there right now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy to
What's so
think
funny
about.
about him is that he's like, yeah, I want like millions of players to be playing
All those
together on,
promises
like,
and
a
it'll just be
gigantic
No
map,
Man's
but,
Sky again.
You know, not to undersell it.
Shoot for the stars, brother. Shoot for the stars.
No one's done that yet. Next game we talked about was Beautiful Light by Deep Worlds SA. That's a PvPvE tactical extraction shooter. There are 6
Wow.
3-person
We
squads.
need more of those.
And there's also a lot of anomalies and monsters and stuff that we saw in it.
Oh, I just hate
Looks
games.
like
I
a
haven't
movie
liked
scary.
anything they've shown so far.
I mean, I appreciate
Where are
that
the
it was very
platformers at, man?
immersive. Like he had the
Where are my funny
sort of
little
Pip-Boy
stupid
looking thing over there.
Yeah.
critters?
Speaking of big words, I actually looked up what
Where are
that's
the
called. It's called
RPGs?
diegetic UI.
Oh, did you say diegetic?
Diegetic.
Thinking the same.
Diegetic. Write that one
We're
down.
all thinking of that word.
But it's really, really cool in games like this, especially because it's like hyper immersive. There's no UI popping up being like, oh, attack incoming. It's just, no, you are in the moment, you're in the game, listen around you, look at the thing on the character itself. I love that.
So you can play as a monster.
It's become the onk now. I mean, to be fair, Kid Me did not like any of these games either, so
I don't know.
I think Kid Me and Adult Me have the same taste, except now I like
Nothing against
RPGs.
controllers, but I believe there's a right
Kid
time
Me
for
didn't
mouse
give a
and
fuck
keyboard
about
and a right
RPGs.
time for keyboards, and he believes that the right time for a controller is when you're playing shooter games. It's obviously better. The mouse and keyboard is better for that, but not for him.
I would edit my own YouTube videos with a controller. if
Yeah,
I
he
could.
said that
That's
earlier on.
That's how passionate.
Which is a patently insane thing to say.
Yeah, then we have Project Shadowglass.
Voxel art. I really enjoyed the box.
This is Starhelm Studios. It's an immersive sim. We've all seen it. I think it went
Yeah,
viral
finally
from
call out games Nintendo.
that
Shit,
AI
I wish
post.
they
There
were
was
all
like an AI
Nintendo.
post that looked just
The
like
only
it,
company
and then
that
he was
makes
like, I'm
good
making a
games
game like
anymore.
this. It's not AI.
I looked up the video because he has a YouTube channel where you can actually see kind of behind the scenes. And when that clip of the AI generated art went viral, he saw it and thought like, I didn't think anybody wanted this. I was just like, it was a fun side project. And then
They make
he saw
Pokemon in
people
like 2
wanted
days, and
thought it
it's
looked
still
awesome,
better than
and he
like
put it out
anything the
this
PS5
real-
has
But we
ever
talked about
made.
it earlier. You know, there's a desire for stuff like that, the more simplicity, kind of retro feel.
It feels like
Except
the
I guess
game is still
Astrobot.
like
I'll give it up to
learning
Astrobot.
what it
It
wants
actually
to
looks
be.
like a good game.
Like he's working on the graphics, the basics, the music, and as like they have a bow and an arrow, and hopefully as they work on the project, they start feeling what it will grow to be, what kind of game it will develop itself into.
Yeah, my understanding is right now it is just Project Shadowglass, and it's gonna eventually become like a video game, but right now it's just kind of proof of concept that the art works, the crazy math behind it works, and like it can grow to a game, but it's certainly very.
I wish him nothing but success.
Yeah, he seems like
because it seems like I just love a good.
Hey,
passion
that's the
project.
game of the year you're
You can tell
talking
there's a lot
about.
of heart
That's why I gave it up to Astrobot.
I feel like I
It's better
initially,
than
like everyone
Pokemon,
else,
maybe.
why I went so I got attached to that same artwork.
Everything
but then
else
when
the
he further
PS5 has
explains
done,
and shows
though.
you some
Last
concepts
of Us
that you weren't
2,
expecting out of that
God
game
of
with
War.
that artwork or that design. When he's showing that you said the R6 lean.
Horizon
in
Zero
there,
Dawn?
and
Oh yeah, that threw me off. The little
fuck?
I was like,
behind. I was
whoa.
like, is that a Rainbow Six
You threw that,
Siege?
you threw that in there, and then of course they got the wall grapple, and then with the whole audio design as well. I mean,
I remember seeing that clip that went viral. I remember
Yo,
seeing
what's
it. I was
up,
like, wow, that
Mellow
looks incredible.
J
Like,
Nello?
walking up to the castle.
How you doing, Mr. Mellow?
This section we
Hello.
have 3 what I would consider kind of sci-fi games a little bit, but we have Aphelion from Don't Nod, which we have an
Don't Nod.
incredible look behind the scenes of the music with the composer themselves, as well as The Expanse Osiris Reborn from Owlcat. If you're familiar with The Expanse, super exciting, and also Distant Shores, Brittany.
I'm cooked for the day. Oh. Damn.
My name is Amin Bouafa. I'm a film music composer, and I am the composer for Aphelion, the video game. I remember having a message from Talal saying that he loved the score of Summit of the Gods, and they are working in a new video game, and inviting me to come to the studio and to meet the team. It was very important for me to understand how the music would be interactive. So how to compose, how to write music that would be interactive, with models, with stems, with separating the different elements, and at the same time, how could the music, how the structure of the music would be an evolving structure. It was very important for me first to have the story of Ariane and Thomas, like that the log line is the story, both of them. So there is a theme.
This is like a
that
split fiction type
conveys
game?
This emotional relationship between them. And
I need to
then
stop doing it.
the
Is this like a
frozen
co-op type
aspect
game?
of the music. I mean, for me, it's.
I need to
was
stop
very
comparing shit like
important
that.
First to feel the cold in the music, to feel the wind, to feel the ice. It's an instrument that had been invented by the Bachet brothers in the mid 20th century.
What the hell is
For
that?
me,
I've never
it
seen
looks
that
like
instrument.
An alien instrument. When you see it, cannot even.
That shit a
predict that it's
xylophone with a
that
big
it's
ass symbol on
musical
it.
Instrument. To play the instrument, you need to get your hands in water, and then rub crystal buttons that are in this metal structure could convey this frozen identity of the score, and at the same time
Jorking his xylophone.
having this magical
Don't do that.
sense.
My
of the
xylophone.
score.
Oh, I love me an organ. Oh, baby. An organ gets my butthole tingling. The stream is freezing.
There is a sacred feeling also to this planet. It's a huge planet, but I wanted
You don't know the
to get this huge instrument.
or the
that
1,000 metal
could
rods.
also play very soft. The organ has a lot of sounds.
Say
It could
what?
be very soft. It could be very
Oh, play the
aggressive,
organ again. I love the organ.
large. It could be
It's such a
intimate.
sexy
Almost
version of the
planet.
piano.
Planet could be very welcoming and suddenly very, how to say, very dangerous and very sacred at the same time. So I thought that the organ could be this, could give this majestuous.
I don't even think I
feeling
have
to
the ad quotes thing set up. Oh, baby.
I'm so happy to write the music for Aphelion. It's the
Yeah, I don't
first
have
time
that
for me
set up.
to write a video game score, and it's.
I don't even know how to set that up. Is it just like a
passion.
flip of the switch on Stream Elements? If it is, I can just do that real quick. This was like the first game, by the way, they showed that looked like something interesting. I fuck with it. Will I play it? Probably not, but it looks cool.
We had some discussions at early stages of the production, to be honest, whether to go fully class system or something else. And again, we started with sitting down and lining up what are possible ways that the player might perceive the game, the power fantasies, how he can express himself in combat.
Wait, oh, I just realized
he
that's
might
through
want to
mix
be a
it up. What the
sniper,
fuck?
he might want to be a hacker, maybe an engineer, something else. As we designed those playstyles, we thought how to mix it up a bit, how to let player to experiment with what he encounters during the game. So, for example, when he finds a neat shoulder cannon, as we shown in the announcement trailer, even if he is a sniper, he might want to experiment with that. Why not? It fits the universe, it fits the playstyle. He might want to see how it works. And so we decided why not to give him the possibility to do that. That was the idea behind the playstyle. So playstyle is basically the starting preset that kind of gently guides you towards the certain direction of your power fantasy of how you play the game. At some point, the player will need to commit to his choices. So again, it's an important part of the choices system, you know. If you just can switch everything on the fly, that kind of makes your choices less important. So at some point,
I'm sorry, sir, I am not paying attention to your game right now.
Particular guns, particular gadgets, and you just build around them. We give you some time to experiment, but you will need to commit. During the character creation, you will have to choose between three major factions. Your origin, so you will be either Belter or Earther or Martian. Facial customization, appearance, you can choose your body type.
So you will be playing as a Pinkwater mercenary with different type of origin that you would create. You will have your sibling with the same identical one. They will look a little bit different because they're their own person. They have their own personality. These events are set during the first 3 books, I think. You will start on Eris and witness basically the events from a different angle.
I don't know how this works.
This part will be
they're all turned on, they just not working. That's weird.
Creation.
Every companion should belong
Mix it up
somewhere
fucking
in the
sucks.
universe, and they have their own background, consisting of their faction and their acquaintance. They have some background story, their own struggles. All this stuff will influence how they perceive the situations player encounters. So in every major plot event,
I'll figure that out after stream, I guess.
They might hint you towards some decisions. They might
Okay, so what is this, like
provide
a
you some
FPS
assistance,
game?
or maybe even some crucial contacts to go for help, for advice, for military support, maybe. Of course, they will have their own stories, their own struggles, and
Hello.
you can choose to help them, or
Yo, what's up,
maybe to
Meadow?
ignore
Welcome in.
their own stories.
Appreciate the
totally
daily.
depending on how
Hello.
you want to be invested
How you doing today,
in
Miss
this
Meadow?
particular companion. The choices you make for those companions also will matter in long term.
Yep, some of them will have romances, and you can see on our background
Romance, whoa.
companions.
Perfect.
We can
Because
see
I can't
which
get
is
any
going to
romance
have
in real life I need it in
romance,
video
but,
games.
there will
Whoa.
definitely be romance in our game.
It's a small crew. On
Well,
a
this shit
small
just
ship.
Mass Effect is what I'm gathering.
It's a universe where everyone flies in very tight spaces for a very long time.
Doing good, how are you? I'm
there
doing
is a
good.
Dynamics in the
Chilling.
crew as well. We have
Just
a
been
few
watching
layers of
this.
the combat system. First of all, it's obviously
been
the gunplay.
fine.
A few classes of weapons.
Looks
that
like
you
Mass
can
Effect,
use.
yeah.
And mostly
I
you
feel
do
it.
it from the covers, so it's a cover-based gunplay game. And the second layer of the combat system is that's your abilities. That they might be more like offensive ones, maybe something like a grenade or a shoulder cannon, or maybe something more defensive like a shield or maybe a protective drone. A lot of gadgets that you can choose from depending on your play style. And as Julia mentioned, there are some play styles that are mostly focused on using your gadgets rather than using your weapons. Third layer, but still very important, that's obviously your companions. They have their impact on the combat.
Never
They
remember
have
the
what
name
we
of that
call,
game. I always have to
combat
Google Captain
opportunities.
Shepard
That's
video
a
game.
particular situations when you can order.
I don't even know how I remember it. I've never even played Mass Effect. I think I only remember Mass Effect because wasn't like the third one really bad?
We decided
Or
against
the fourth one?
you know, the management, the gameplay
I
part
think it was something like that.
of the survival
One of them was
stuff.
like
So
really
you
bad
won't
and it
be
made people mad.
counting your gallons of reaction mass or how much water you need to recycle before it dries out. Nothing like that. But still, the expansion universe is very dangerous. So in terms of narrative, the survival will be a part of the game. You will have a tremendous enemy. You will have a lot of very dangerous situations that you will have to get out somehow. There will be a lot of survival in terms of your player experience, just not as a particular mechanic. You will be able to fly around the solar system. You will be able to visit
Who the fuck said
various
that?
planets. We mentioned it before that we.
I thought someone just popped the
have,
redeem that I didn't know I had.
Mars,
What was that?
Ceres, Io, and
Just
some
went,
other
"Nice!"
cool places to visit.
Actually
And,
scared me.
Some of those places will be like major social hubs where you can just walk around, meet other people, drink at the bar.
That dude, I think it
shop,
was the
for
video.
network equipment and stuff like that.
Shit
So
scared
you
me. I was
will
like,
have plenty of
who the hell?
places to go and to visit and
Baby's
to
first
look
star
at. The
fragment.
Expanse universe is
Congrats,
cruel,
congrats.
and some characters might die.
Oh, I guess he's getting
because of your
interviewed.
choices. Stay tuned for more.
They haven't
We
even
will
showed
show
whoever's
more,
interviewing
very
him, unless
soon.
I've been
We
paying
have
attention.
something cooking. I hope you
Thank you
will
for the
like
daily though, Mr. Mello.
Welcome back, Aaron. We trust your
My name's not Aaron. Wrong A name.
We have landed you on the outskirts of Genyak Island. Stay alert.
Alert. Super excited.
Hey, Aaron, it's Thomas. You know, your brother. You said you would visit me here, but you never did. Look, bygones be bygones.
Why would I want to visit you here?
Find me in
This shit looks like ass.
I'll be waiting.
Like, not the game, but I mean, like, this looks like a scary world. I wouldn't want to visit you here. I was having fun with that cube. Oh!
Sometimes I dream about what's under the ocean. A distant shore, waiting to be
Okay, I don't really like open world games. However, I do like physics stuff like this. Mainly because it breaks the fuck out of the game. It'll keep my attention for an extra hour. Oh, my Monofil is supposed to. I'd visit you there. Lanson dies immediately because he doesn't have the funny physics gloves. You know, this would be a cool game if it was just Portal. This just looks like it's gonna be like an open world sandboxing game, right? That's what the vibe I'm getting. But if it was just like a linear, like puzzle-y game, like Portal, this shit would probably bang. 'Cause these gloves kind of look cool. But every game has to be open world because you create the fun. Why should the game developer do his job? You do his job. Okay, maybe it is more puzzling, thank you. I thought it was just gonna be some bullshit sandbox game. It's proving me wrong right now. Dude, what the hell is your problem? Stop breaking those windows. Uh-oh, is there aliens? When it's nighttime, it gets freaky. Ouch! They've cut to the same shot like I think 10 times at this point. Of him walking from the beach. Wow.
Slipping boats on the far sea. Such a peaceful place to be seen. It's a wonderful way to be free.
Bot center. I mean, that looked cool. I just wish it was an open world.
Let's start with Aphelion.
My understanding is it's a dual protagonist game, so you'll actually be swapping back and forth as they
I like how
sort of
the
work
puzzly
together.
stuff
And I'm
works.
sure there's parts where you're separated, parts where maybe you're together, working together.
Very
together.
emotional story.
A lot of the physics shit
There's so
reminds
much
me of like
potential for
Portal, but
stories like that. The dual protagonists, seeing
feel
it
like-
converge in the end.
You know it's going to be an emotional game, especially when they put so much emphasis in the music. I
Yep.
feel like music
it's also
is a
another
tool
thing
to
I don't really like what games do when they try to be like
Catalyst
artsy because
emotions,
it
so
looks like there's gonna be
We
like
were
no
actually talking
talking.
about that earlier today. Music and video, and not just video games, and art in general. And
Like I don't really
Good
like
music
a game that is
changes
just
everything.
quiet like that.
From a game being a good
Where's
game to a
GLaDOS? I need
memorable,
GLaDOS to
a
yell
game
at me.
that will stick with you in a long time. So.
Well, and Donut has a pretty storied background when it comes to narrative
Donut?
games, whether it's like Life is Strange or like one of my
Alright. I'm
old
gonna go get
school
a drink.
favorites,
Guys are
Vampire.
yapping.
Like they try different stuff, weird stuff even sometimes, and so this is exciting to see them doing something
They were
different.
using the super alien music instrument. So.
Yeah. What was it called? Is that
A Crystal Bachette.
Crystal? But
Oh, you're talking about the hand wedding one?
Yeah.
You're really into this hand. That's like the only
I
thing
kind
you
of want
took
to
away.
try it, honestly.
I mean,
How do you discover that technique of like, oh, that makes that, yes.
that this is an award-winning composer of the Summit of the Gods as well. So what I find super impressive is just, I feel like people sleep on music so much in games, and then you see behind the scenes of this entire, like, they're in
Crystal
a famous church in Paris
batshit.
playing the organ.
Actually has been a blast to see
It looks like
certain
a
music
batshit
evolve
crazy
during the years.
instrument.
Like video games has some great music. Like
It's one of those things when it's working, you like a lot of time you don't think about it. When music is really good,
All
in a
you're
game,
thinking
you
about?
don't really think about it. But then when it's exceptional, like an Expedition or like the Witcher vibes, you know, then you really remember it. But a lot of the games you play,
The
you
Witcher?
probably don't look up the soundtrack, even though the game is pretty good. You know.
Ironically, my Spotify rap this
The
year was
Witcher
like
and
mostly
good
video game
soundtrack.
scores.
What are you
I
talking?
think there's often correlation though whenever a developer does take the music very seriously in a game. It
I'm
often
sure,
reflects
I'm sure
in
they're taking other parts
it
out.
reflects in every other. I mean, think about it. All the games that have like you think about the games with the best scores ever, like you just said, The Witcher 3 or whatever. I mean, it correlates to everything else. Every other aspect of the game, they take it seriously. So.
Another sci-fi game that is probably one of the most anticipated sci-fi games for a very long time is The Expanse: Osiris Reborn, which is from Owlcat as well. It is a third-person action RPG, obviously set in the Expanse universe.
The Expanse is a book and it's a show, so they're taking
what?
inspiration from
Did she say it
both,
was a book
but
and a
at the
show?
same time, it doesn't require previous knowledge of either for you to be able to enjoy this. In this game, you're going to be living more or less through what happens in the show.
Thanks,
However, from a different perspective, from a different side, with your own group of people, with your own environment, that you get to make your own choices.
I think an important thing to frame all of the Expanse game with is that coming from Owlcat, they are a studio that did like Rogue Trader, for example. Their bread and butter is intense, gritty narratives with unbelievable levels of roleplay depth and choice and consequence, complex systems that interweave. And so seeing them go into this, which is of course a third-person cover-based shooter with many, many RPG mechanics. It's a different road. And I asked them about that in our interview.
Do you guys think Persona's going to be
How
here?
did this happen? Because typically they do sort of an isometric thing. And they just said when we decided we wanted to tackle the Expanse, it just
Where's Joker?
required that cinematic flair, and that's what they tackled. And they're doing a phenomenal job. I mean, the game looks beautiful.
It looks
Why
very
are they all
interesting.
sitting
It looks
on
kinda like
pillows
Dead
on the
Space
couch?
meets Gears of War.
It's
Kind
more
of
like
gameplay-wise, it did. Or, yeah, Mass
I didn't even
Effect
know
as
this.
well.
The choice and the reputation you have
now
with your
I've seen
companions
it.
will change because your companions,
couches
they
are
told us,
ass.
will disagree
They
with
needed
some of the
those
stuff
pillows.
you do. They'll get upset or
They will have their own
pissed about it.
opinions.
They'll have their own opinions, and they also, one interesting tidbit they mentioned was that when you are making choices in the game, they're not necessarily going to tell you if that was a big moment, if that what you just said to them is going to seriously affect this thing over here. It will, but that's all behind
Does the
the
guy with the
scenes.
laptop have a
Game
pillow?
was
I
Distant
feel like I
Shore,
can't see a
Brittany.
pillow.
This is what went viral as
They have
almost
pony
a portal
asses.
with magnets.
I mean, they're
And
gamers.
I
Would you
think
be
it looks
surprised
like
if they
a lot of fun.
It's such a
Did it?
unique concept. I can
Did?
see it.
I said that wrong. Would you be
You know, it's
surprised
one of
if
those
they did?
games like you didn't know you wanted, but then you see it, you're like, oh, that looks like it
Who
tickles
doesn't
a part
like
of my brain.
magnets?
Yeah.
Like we've seen versions of it before, but with everything it combines, because it makes everyone think of a different game when you see it. Because we've heard Half-Life, we've heard Portal. I thought of Only Up during some parts of it.
Yeah, I had it only up.
In other
I thought
puzzle,
Mirror's Edge a little bit with like the
I'm sorry, but
parkour and wall
the
moving
way
stuff.
she
See, it
said,
makes
who
us think of
doesn't
so many
like
different things
magnets?
at
Just
once, so I
cracked
think
me
it's
up
gonna be
because
good.
I thought of that fucking Insane Clown Posse song.
Oh yeah, the boss.
Magnets, they're
that
fucking
happened.
cool. How do they
Well, and I
work?
think it's also really cool that they have boss mechanics because like you can tell it started with the idea of
Well, I
using
see
magnets
ICP
to, like,
posting.
manipulate the environment, but then they're like, okay, well we could raise the stakes, take it up a notch with these boss
This
fights
caught me
that are,
off guard.
organic in the space and.
You've
It
never heard
also
that Insane
mixes
Clown
up because
Posse
it's not
song
just
where they talk about nature and
puzzle
how
game, so there is
fucking
more
amazing
to it
nature
and
is?
More that you.
Yeah, there's a world that he even showed as well.
It's more than just a puzzle game. Like, it's a narrative.
Exactly. Like they could have just stopped with puzzle game. I think a lot of people would have been perfectly happy with that. But then they go and build
Science,
on
man.
that with
It's
a
fucking
story,
crazy.
boss fights, all sorts
Why
of
does
stuff.
my little
Yeah,
boy
it's not
look
just reach
like
a
me?
destination or do a final thing, but it's actually a narrative. like you
Trees,
said.
man. How do they
I
grow?
think it's fun to keep an eye on.
I don't think I ever listened to them. Don't worry, I haven't either. I've just only heard that song.
Next up, we have two very exciting updates coming from Obsidian.
That shit
That being
cracked
some
me up when I
updates
first
for
heard it.
Avowed, as well as Grounded 2. We also got exclusive time with them and had some interviews, which were very exciting.
Oh, it's the skeleton game. What the hell? Freaky arm guy.
Avowed is a Obsidian first-person action RPG set in the world of Pillars of Eternity, where the player plays as an envoy sent by the Emperor of Adir to the Living Lands to investigate a mysterious plague that's kind of spreading throughout the lands, causing chaos, and you play
The
as
skeleton,
the
see?
envoy
Skeleton
trying
game.
to figure out what's kind of
You just
going
killed
on down
Gandalf?
there. Do things that affect it in positive ways, negative ways, or in between type of ways, with that type of choice and consequence. In terms of, the post-launch things we've
Yeah,
been
run up
working on
like
it, like we've gotten a bunch of abilities added to the Ranger and Fighter trees to kind of more fill it out comparatively to
I heard this game was
Wizardry
bad, but
aspects about it that are like
I've only heard like
Arachnophobia
2
mode that
people
was, like, a
talk about
big
it.
Community requested feature, as well as changes
What
to
the
progression,
is he fighting?
improvements there,
Did-
gear improvements.
Did he just
and
make a
as well as
spider
bug
with
fixes
sword?
and
What
crash,
did I just
fixes.
look at?
And you can play now.
Avowed old, yeah.
Species.
I think
Yeah,
it came out like
species,
beginning of last year.
Orlins,
It was like
and
February, I
dwarves,
think,
are now playable.
or January.
A lot of our decisions we make are revolving around the player community.
Yeah, I
so
think
we
they're
work,
just talking about
really
an
closely
update
with
this
our
game is
community
getting.
management
This and
team.
Grounded
We
2,
get,
because
like, a
Grounded 2 also
spreadsheet
came out
to
last
kinda
year.
see what the things that are bubbling to the top.
Which I kinda
Like an
forgot there was a
example,
Grounded 2.
Quarter staff was something where just we wanted to feel like.
But I didn't even
more
really
a
like
wizard,
Grounded
right?
to
That
begin
kind
with.
of,
I'm sorry.
wizardy vibe, as well as playing as Orlan's. Like I think players just were bummed that we didn't include that in the base game. So I mean, it really
You
comes
just kick
down
a
to like
baby?
the time and what the community wants, and that's kind of how we decide to go about it. Yeah.
We notice like players really role play their characters in the game, so we always want to give them as many options as we can to like customize their features or character, you know, to kind of have this fantasy in this world as they journey through the story. We just
an
wanted to
asshole. Why
give
did that make me
them as
laugh?
many
They
possible
roleplay as the
options as they
characters?
can to really make the character they want to make, and just make
Valid
it
on GD Cool.
their own.
GD Cool?
Stuff like
GDQ, and it was
multiple
kind of cool.
races. We discussed it early on and about it's something to both previous Pillars games had.
I think
it's a lot of work.
I think at
and a
TwitchCon there
difficult
was
thing to
a
really
speed
nail
run
down,
of this
especially in
game.
Avowed with its parkour
I might be crazy.
systems and its combat mechanics and all the weapon types and stuff like
I
that.
might be
in the
lying. I don't
game.
think it was this
Our,
game.
Different races are different sizes. They're
I know
different
Claire and
shapes.
Donkey Kong were
They're
there. I don't think there
a
was
very
another new game that was there.
game experience when you play as each one of them in a first-person game specifically.
Mhm.
So it was something like new to wrangle.
I wonder if it's
for
glitchy.
Avowed.
I like a
We had
glitchy
no
ass
time to
speedrun.
finish it as we're making Avowed, and now we can give it to the players, so it's a more rounded experience.
Not too
compared
glitchy,
to
though.
The original Pillars game.
It's a good amount
It
of
should be a
glitches.
whole new way to play the game. If you pick an Orlan or an Amawa, it makes you feel completely different in the world, especially if you use third person or first person. It
I was saying
changes
this
it
the other day. I need to
again,
watch
how you
speedruns
feel
again because
and
they're
present
cool.
in this game, so it's pretty awesome that we can finally
My
bring
streamer
that.
I used to watch all the time that did Mario 64 speedruns is like
Bring
gone.
over all their abilities, all their equipable
Bro does
gear.
not
It does
stream
reset
no
it back to
more.
level 1, so it's not like you're just outright OP basically.
And then
but
the guy I
you'll
used to
have
watch
the endgame
Simpsons
gear
speedruns
with all
for
its, like,
is
enchants to
Australian,
be able
so
to
I
just
never
start
get to
the
catch his
game,
streams.
as well as we have,
He
like,
streams when I'm like
modifiers on enemies
asleep.
that kind of, you know, either make them more resistant to some of the
I don't got a
elemental
fucked up
types,
sleep
or,
schedule
you know,
no more that I
modifiers
can
that
catch
make
his
them
streams
more
anymore.
resistance to being stun locked or hit reacted. And that kind of gets sprinkled in kind of somewhat randomly throughout that New Game Plus experience to kind of get that added challenge, but also let the player still feel somewhat like they're accumulating their abilities over the course.
I always
of
wanted to get into Hat in
We
Time.
noticed
I just
players
never
like
did.
to take photos of
Hat in
their
Time looked like a
envoys,
really fun
but it's
speedrun
very
too.
difficult in the game. You
Every
have to get the camera
platforming game
just
just
right
looks like
to
it's a
get
fun-ass
certain
speedrun.
distance from the character, or capture the shot in a conversation when you see your character. So this allows you to really get into it and capture some awesome shots or some scary shots, depending which way you're going.
We're super excited to announce that about.
Why did that enemy look like the guy from
Pre-orders are going to be live today.
Oh fuck, what
yeah,
is that
keep an eye
game
out on our
called?
Socials, and we'll announce when the store page is open.
Shit. Hold on, now I'm going on the journey because I don't care about Grounded either. Sorry, Grounded was like super boring to me. I remember when Bagel and Prov made me and Miko play this and we were both asleep.
Grounded 2 is a survival.
It's a neat idea, but
It is set in
dude,
a gigantic city park.
I think just
You play
open
as a
world survival
teenager who has
games
been
are
shrunk
never
into roughly
a hit
the
for me.
size of an ant, and you
Unless
just
it's
have to
Minecraft.
survive in this environment with, you know, insects that are the size
Was it
of a
Hatred I
bus,
was thinking
and
of?
figuring out how to eat and get some
It
water.
was Hatred. That
and
monster
fight
looked
those
like the main
bugs
character from
and
Hatred.
craft new materials and new weapons as you go.
Is
and gain
Hatred
power
still
and
on
get over those
Steam? I thought
initial
this got
survival
delisted.
challenges, you can sort of get into the story of what has really happened in this park.
Oh my god,
A
it
number
is. That's
of huge
funny.
updates planned for the park. This is the first big content update that we have. We've been calling it the Winter Update. It's really about adding in this next big chunk to the park, and that comes with a lot of things that are very, very exciting for us. With this Winter Update, which is the community garden,
Winter update,
is
sure, it's
attached right
almost
to that early picnic area.
February.
On the
It's
map,
not almost
just to the
February.
east of it, behind
I
the
just
gigantic
lied.
statue of Tully
It's a
and
week into
Virgil.
January.
This was our opportunity to
Winter's
really
about to
start
be
delving
done.
into a brand new biome with everything that entailed. You've got a vegetable garden, you've got a greenhouse, and you've got a pumpkin patch. All of these introduce a lot of new and different types of artwork and places for the player to explore. And then, of course, then we need all the insects that go in these areas too. And so a ton of
That guy's
new
cute.
insects
Who was
that are
that
in
guy?
there.
Not that one.
As
I don't like that he has
I
hair.
love to say, all of these insects,
That guy was cute.
you know, you can fight. Maybe they're docile and you can attack them. Many of them are aggressive and will attack you. And regardless,
You
fight them, learn their tactics, and then eventually turn them into fashionable attire and new weapons.
Going to a new biome, a new area in the park allows us to fully lean into what makes the park unique from the backyard. And for us, that means that mixture of really organic structures as well as that man-made touch, that this was designed by humans at, you know, human level.
Wasps are coming back, which are a lot of fun to fight, but can be kind of annoying. Again, this is a survival game, so excited about those things coming back.
Well, wasps are annoying in real life, so
And like with
I guess
both
it
of
fits.
those, you get sets of armor and different
Useless
weapons,
ass bug.
that you can
Why don't we
craft
just
after
extinct
you
wasps?
defeated
They
these
bring nothing to
creatures.
society.
We're
They're
more
just
excited
assholes.
about the new creatures that are coming in the garden update, though. So we developed
The jobless
a brand new
bee.
creature in the cricket. The cricket is pretty big. Again, this is the size of a large bus, probably. It has some very unique attack combinations that are a lot of fun. It can also, of course, jump very, very far. It has its own armor sets. It has its own weapon or weapons that you can craft based upon it. And then the same thing for earwig. And we actually have two different types of earwig. There's sort of a ranged earwig and a melee earwig that tend to travel
Don't throw
around
shit at me.
together to thwart the player with their strategic opportunities. Again, you can turn those into armor, of course, turn them into your base furnishings. You can turn them into weapons, and we think they'll offer some exciting and unique combat opportunities.
We really want Grounded 1 players to be excited to see these creatures again, but also to be surprised and delighted by the changes. You know, just like we did in the picnic area, we've revamped the combat. So that means even looking at the old legacy creatures and going, okay, how do we make them a part of the system? How do we make them challenging in this new dance? How can we leverage our systems to make them more
And have a
interesting?
gas mask
And
on?
so hopefully
Who
there's
gave
a
them
couple
that?
of twists coming, even with the old
Ants are
favorites,
that
that will keep
That
veteran
looks
players on their toes
disgusting.
and
I don't like
surprise
that
them to
bug.
new
Who was that
We
freak?
have a brand new buggy, the ladybug buggy, which
Oh,
you'll be able to
I love ladybugs.
get and raise and hatch, and then ride around in the yard. And we're pretty excited about all that stuff. Like, I think all of it is coming together just really well.
I think every single Grounded player from
I love the
Grounded 1
ladybugs
at
in
some
Grounded 'cause they
point
made a
jumped
funny
on
noise.
the ladybug
They went,
and let it transport them around. And we often joke that that was the original buggy prototype. And there's something so iconic about the ladybug and getting on it and wanting to ride it that it felt like an inevitability for us. But what's important for us whenever we do introduce a new buggy is we don't want it to just be another one or just a horse, you know? And so it really boiled down to
Forgot a turret?
what can the ladybuggy bring to the table that the other ones weren't? What can
He's
make her
cute.
stand apart?
That's what he brings to the table.
and
Oh,
bring
big ass
utility
tackle.
and an
Fucking
experience
split his
to the
head open.
player
Oh my
that
god.
the other buggies aren't. How can we carve out her own little niche in the game?
Bro, side tackled the
Tank.
shit out of that bug.
She's, you know, the one who can get into those really tough fights and withstand those large swarms of insects. And that's where the idea
like that
of
they're just
the
turtle.
water
I don't like
cannon
that
on her
bug. Get it
back
off my screen.
and, you know,
That
players
bug's
being
gross.
able to shoot at their enemies. And that ended up, you know, providing a ton of gameplay opportunities and a really unique experience. Being able to shoot down the aerial insects that are often a bit more challenging and a bit more frustrating for players. Well, now you have this, you know, ranged weapon that you can take them down with that feels super satisfying, almost like an anti-air gun. For us, as soon as we crack that, it felt like, okay, there she is. That's her niche. And now it's just about bringing that experience to life and finding
That bug is so
moments
disgusting.
in the garden experience to really
I don't like
highlight that
bugs.
and let that
I
shine.
like very few bugs. Ladybugs and praying
So we
mantises,
saw
and that's it.
Avowed, great interview.
Oh,
that
and
you did
Roly
over
Poly.
there.
Those guys
We
are
see now that we have New Game Plus coming. There's a photo
Everything else
mode,
is scary.
weapon type, changing appearance.
That includes butterflies. I'm scared of
Character
butterflies.
presets,
Not a
you got
joke.
Races, which
Species,
I'm sure, Lua will have a lot of fun with.
Yeah, they're doing a lot, and I mean the game, of course, launched earlier this year. Obsidian's been very busy, yeah, and they're doing these free updates now, and so they also are adding New Game Plus, which adds a whole new reason for you to go
New
back
Game
through
Plus,
the game.
yo.
So the game is coming to PS5.
We got another one.
We got
the Avowed Platinum Trophy was insane.
Here we go.
Yeah, but it's coming, and it's available for pre-order as of
Right
this
now?
show going live. So right now, so check it out. And when I talked to them, they were saying how important the community is to them, how
bugs
they've
look
listened
disgusting
to a
up
lot
close.
of their feedback.
I mean, that's
like
true,
adding
but I just
arachnophobia mode on
I don't
Grounded.
like bugs that fly. They scare me.
Yeah, there's arachnophobia mode. But they like that's kind of their driving
Anything
force,
that
is
can
looking
fly
the
at me
community,
except
what
the praying
community's
mantis because they
saying,
look funny to
communicating,
me.
like, hey, we'd like more species
And
more
ladybugs. I forget
customization
ladybugs can also
options
fly.
in
They're
character
just
builder.
cute.
Okay, we'll do that, and it's just really nice to see them do that.
I don't like a bug
They
with
could
hair
put it in a paid package,
or
but
with
they're
wings.
not. They're just
Don't
it's a
get near
labor
me.
of love, and that's.
I really
We'll
like
shoot you.
how, as you're going to a new game plus, you can also change your character's appearance. So you keep some of your skills and stuff, but if you are tired of how your
Oh,
character
bees
looks,
are
so you
another
want
bug I
to do something
like,
new,
'cause they're cute.
try a different race, you can do that by
And
just
they
going to
have
new game
jobs,
plus. You don't
unlike
need to
every other
go back
bug in
to
the world.
beginning.
Every other
Besides that,
bug
we
is
also
broke.
had Grounded 2, which is bringing the Garden of Brook Hollow Park that is now going to be open. So it's a new biome.
Oh
have
shit,
new
sorry, I can't
creatures,
say job.
New
On
tools, a new
Twitch, I'm gonna get
mushroom brick
banned.
material that you can build more stuff with, and also a new ladybug buggy. A
A ladybuggy.
For those of you watching, it's a play on word.
Allow me to explain.
Ladybug E because you can mount it and ride it like a buggy.
Yeah, and speaking of
Ah.
the community, they also take
Shut
a lot of
up,
feedback. This is a
bug.
game that launched back into early
You guys
access
call
back
me
in
a
July,
bug?
and so this is a major winter update is what they're calling it, and it was heavily requested to have more types of transport, which they are still planning more for the future. That
Get a
people can be
blowjob?
excited about,
Blowjob?
But
Is
they
that what you
always
just
listen
said to me?
feedback about, should an
I think I could
insect be
say
an enemy?
blowjob
Should an insect
on
be what they
Twitch.
call?
I can't just say
Is it
job though.
docile or
Shit, I
docile?
did it again.
I'm from Iowa.
Whatever you
Tomato,
prefer.
tomato.
Yeah. Different insects can be friendly, some can be enemies, and then of course they can also treat them now as transport as well.
You looked at Luke when you asked.
Well, yeah, I'm not looking at you. And so with this update, they're doing this throughout a lot of their timeline. Like they're gonna give you a lot of these big updates, and you're gonna be kind of surprised of like when it first released early access, there was still plenty to do. It was a survival game, but if you were a fan of Grounded, the original, you knew they were still gonna have a great winter update for you like this. And so they have a lot on their roadmap, but because of the way the game is oddly like scaled down, it's from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like the way it's shrunk down, they have so much they still want to do and will be doing for a long, long time.
Well, and that cricket.
Yeah, the cricket thing looks
that thing's
terrifying.
horrifying. It turns around and like.
You're like, wait, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Spready. I gotta give them credit. Like Obsidian's
Spread
been so
eagle.
crazy busy. Like the fact that you can put out 2 pretty sizable games in 1 year and a bunch of updates for it.
And it seems like they were cooking something huge, right? Because
Yeah, they just had Tim Kaine come back out of retirement. He's one of the creators of Fallout back in the day, and he
didn't he also was some of the original creators of Vampire Bloodlines?
I think he did.
I
work
think
on
so,
it,
yeah.
Yes.
He's kind of a legend of the industry. He, in 2020, went and started doing consulting work with Obsidian, but he was, in his words, semi-retired. But he's actually gone back to Obsidian to work full-time in office, moved to the studio on some project that's unannounced, and he said, don't bother guessing, you will not guess it. So, new IP.
New IP.
Something crazy, who knows? But they are
Or
busy.
he's trying to throw us off.
It's hard to not see like hope at least for Fallout stuff
Yeah.
because
TV
you
show.
know the TV show being excellent and everyone itching for more Fallout. So
Isn't there like rumors of a Fallout New Vegas remake or something?
Next up, we have 3 fantasy RPG
I keep
games
seeing that
are
on Twitter.
looking very cool, as I would say. This is going to be Hour 2 from Nine Dots Studio, a follow-up to their other survival game, Outward, obviously. We have Varen's Call by Titan Rock, and then we also have Dragon Twin by Draconic Interactive.
Outward is an open world RPG, which for once you're not some kind of special superhero or the last child from a prophecy. You're just a dude or a dudette. And the reason why
I feel like an
you are
asshole. Anytime I see
downscaling
someone
who your
make
player
these action
is,
games and I
because
see
they
them
want to
immediately
be
like
hurt
side
more
dodge
than
like
they
that,
want to be
my
powerful.
brain
And
is
that
just
a
like
big
it's ass.
change in our approach. And we made all of our design.
It's a Souls game. Turn it off. I don't want it.
In alignment with this vision. If you were just a regular person and you wanted to think like a human would, but in a fantasy world.
I saw him
it's
hit that
when
little
you
side
are
dodge like
aloof,
3 times. I was
when
like,
you're
oh,
just that's not so dangerous. I've done
brother.
it before. And that's when life just
Every battle takes
snaps
10
back at you,
minutes.
right? In real life, that's
Shall
like
we?
that. It should be like that in the design as well. So one gigantic thing is the character creation. In Outward 1, like we had very ugly protagonists. And we didn't have a lot of options. You had like 3 skin colors, a handful of faces, a handful of haircuts, and that was it. It feels like really drawing yourself into an RPG. You choose a background, you choose traits, you have a very granular
chemist
system to modify and customize your character to your liking. One of the big things is you choose one of 3 starting locations. So as a regular person, what justifies throwing yourself into danger? How do you become an adventurer?
It was called
well, we have
what?
3 different quests depending on which city you choose.
Boob?
So if you are in
Boobs are kind of funny.
You are a homeless person. You're desperate.
You're homeless? I want to be homeless.
You are a miner and you're trying to like improve your status
and
your quality of life. In Haboob, you are just a clerk who just bought a house. What could possibly go wrong? You know, and
I don't want to go to the place where I'm broke.
Like you're not special or anything, but something
I know
special
that
happens to you, and then you have to live up to the situation. We want a weather system that is very dynamic. So now we have a year-long calendar with seasons, and you just go through all that. So it's gonna be winter, and then it's spring, and then summer, and does change.
Butterflies.
Like what kind of stuff you
Killed
can
them.
found, what kind of armor you need to wear. Dual wielding is gigantic. So now you can combine anything that goes in one hand, and that opens up a lot of possibilities. And after
You're
one,
in
like you had
America.
your offhand, you could only have a set amount of things, and you had your main hand. Now
Because you're
you can just
homeless.
interchangeable. You can have 2 shields if you want. It sucks. I don't recommend, but you can. Of course, like just visually, and the fact that it's much more lush, it's more filled, it's more visually vibrant. That's the.
I like this spooky little song that's playing in the background.
Just like in Out of One, we have 8 skill trees, and all those skill trees have some exclusive skills. So if you take one, you can't take the other, and you have a maximum of 3 breakthrough points. So there's only 3 skill trees that you can learn from to the maximum of the capabilities. Otherwise, when you have like the first few layers of skills available. One thing we added are the attribute points, the core stats, so strength, agility, constitution.
I'm going nuts on the crystal bat shit. It's
A
back.
lot of different things.
The crystal bat shit.
They're all gonna have like different thresholds. So let's say you dodge attacks.
We need more
successfully
crystal
certain number
bat
of
shits in
times,
every game,
you unlock
please.
a note that will give you a passive trait.
You have a
and
drumstick?
increase
What is he
your agility.
swinging with?
So very small incremental changes. We start with very simple things, and it expands us in more and more circles. So you won't be able from the very start to unlock all 3 skill trees just because you have the cash to do it. You will have to have experience. You will need to have practiced the life of danger in Ori to be able to understand, like get to the next level of the skill trees. Other than that, well, I think it's important to note that all
I still don't know why I
regions
get
are new
emails from
regions, so
Shein
it's
when I've
really
never
just
ordered on
completely
Shein in my
new
life.
environment.
How did y'all get my email? How did you get that, China? Well, I guess I did have a TikTok account, huh? That's probably
Today,
how you
we're
got
going to
it.
be taking a deep dive into our upcoming action RPG, Varen's Core. The world of Leda is entirely shrouded by darkness on one side, while
It was
scorched by
me,
endless sun
bro.
on
Use
the
my
other.
email for a fucking
These incredibly hostile areas
set of
are known as the
glasses.
Forsaken Realms, which, as you may have noticed, is the name of the universe we are meticulously crafting. Your first steps within the Forsaken Realms will take you to the Vale of Varen, a city on the brink of collapse, and the first of our narrative-focused adventures. You'll step into the boots of a lone mercenary, seeking to answer Varen's call for aid, and maybe earn some gold and glory along the way.
The hell are
It's
those
clear
things?
that Varen needs a hero, and every hero needs a way to slay the countless fantastical beasts they'll encounter.
I'm the
Varen's Call aims
hero?
to cater to a wide range of playstyles, offering you the freedom to combat the unknown in a variety of ways. Whether you prefer to be a nimble-footed archer, flinging fireballs between arrows, or face your foe
Avoid
toe-to-toe
trick
as an
magic at
axe-wielding
Yahoo.
whirlwind of death,
Bro thinks I use Yahoo still.
the
What
game's
you,
classless system
38
means you're
years
never
old?
locked into playing a specific way. You have the ability to adapt, alter, or completely switch playstyles midway through your adventure. Unlock and spend perk points to obtain new skills and abilities.
Holy
and level up
levels.
your mercenary's core stats by gaining character experience. Hidden chests throughout the world will reward you with a range of weapons, armor, and unique trinkets, some providing unique effects to help you gain an edge in your next combat encounter. The local hamlet of South Vale
Thank God this game don't
acts as
look
a hub,
that good, because if
a
it
safe
looked
space that
slightly
provides
good, I
various
might have
amenities for you to further
been
develop your
convinced
character.
after I saw 10 million
Use the
levels.
Forge to upgrade the weapons and armor
My
you
ass
find
loves
throughout the
numbers
world.
going up.
and the dismantling bench to deconstruct items for materials. The spell crafting table can be used to increase the power of your magic.
That's how New World
Everything
took
from an area
90
effect freeze
hours
attack
of my
that stops
life.
the enemy in their tracks,
Because there were so
to
many
ripping
funny
up the ground
numbers.
from underneath their feet with destructive force. Use the trap making bench to upgrade and unlock new traps and gadgets. A nice complement to your
Older.
arsenal, allowing you the opportunity to catch your enemies off guard. And finally, the alchemy cauldron.
I'm not you, Mello. You probably have a you probably have an AOL account actually.
Replenishing health and restoring stamina.
I say that
yourself
like I
massive
don't
stat
also have an
effects.
AOL email
These
too.
concoctions are
I just
sure
don't
to aid
use
you
it
on the journey.
anymore. I wonder if it still gets
Okay, great.
emails.
So you've equipped that shiny new helmet, purchased that slightly overpriced magic spell you always had your eyes on, and upgraded that new polybuster barrel to the volatile variant that has even more boom. You're ready to get back into the fight, but maybe you want a change of pace. Yes, you're supposed to be the hero and save the city, but heroes need breaks too. Besides, there's a whole world to explore, and quirky characters from all walks of life
Quirky
need your help
characters.
with their problems.
Then you've come about the job.
You might find yourself involved in a murder mystery, helping a local peacekeeper catch the criminal behind the death of her beloved friend. Or maybe you're on a mission to rid Varin of the Gnomi scourge that plagues the city, all because a crazy guy in an outhouse called you a hero?
I know the truth!
Maybe we should stick to the main task at hand after all.
My AOL
Varen's
account
goal
does
is soon to
not get
release on
emails
PC
anymore.
with full controller support, with the aim of releasing on consoles at a later
This shit
date.
is dead as hell.
Our game is inspired by classics like Fable and The Elder Scrolls, so if this sounds like your kind of adventure, consider heading over to Steam and adding it to your wishlist to stay up to date with us. Until then, we'll see you mercenaries soon.
You just throw pocket sand at him? What was that? Bro hit the Dale dribble spell? Pocket sand. That shit did not look like fire. I think that's what it was supposed to be. Dragon Twin. I almost said that wrong. Epic fantasy dragon riding game. Ain't that like Dragoon? Is that what Dragoon is? Oh! Wait a minute. It kind of looks fun. I normally don't care about medieval shit. Wait a minute. I could just fly around as a dragon and just melt people. Die. Oh my god. M&B inspired kingdom builder. I don't know what the hell that means. Patreon supporters. Dude, this game is loud as hell. I had to turn off the audio if it's just gonna be the whole time. I get it, I'm flying, but holy moly. My ears. Stretching on him like he's Mario. Not fucking with his face. Whoa. That looked cool, I guess. I like the part when he was just flying around murdering 10 million people at once. Draconic. Thanks for watching. You're welcome.
First question I had was, how hard is this game going to be? Because the most common question about the original Outward was, okay, this is like, does it have to be so hard?
I actually got to play the game in the alpha version, and I got my ass kicked.
I'm glad.
Deserved.
But But it's actually amazing. Like I actually really enjoyed it because exploring this game felt very rewarding, and there's like a camping system, so you can camp like right outside like the enemy zone, and then you prepare like your weapons and everything to wreck the enemy, because if you don't prepare, oh, you're in trouble.
It's known to be a very, very hardcore survival, and when I was talking to Guillaume, he was like, if you die, it is likely your fault. And we all heard him say, like, it's not hard, but it is demanding, and they always at all times want to live up to those words, which is really awesome. And they will have a pack mule, which he said, of course, shocker, can die if you don't take care of it.
I hate when my like
but it's, you know, one of the big struggles was with inventory and spacing along other struggles that players had to really try and play out this game. Like you were saying earlier, you can't dilly-dally.
I haven't
in this
opened
game.
Facebook
you have to really
in 10
know
million
what you're going to
years.
do, and eventually you'll get a hang of things. But another big one
Mountain
was dual wielding,
Blade?
so
Oh.
you can dual wield. He says anything
That sounds
in the game.
familiar,
You can
but I don't
even
know what it is.
double shield it up, which he says is not recommended.
You can attack with the shield. It's super close.
He really loves to stress all of these niche things.
There's a lot of
Like you can sprain your ankle, you can
Oh
perforate a lung.
Trauma.
She has clearly sprained. You can sprain her.
I also got brain damage.
You can have a concussion. It will all impact you, and all of these ailments like take different lengths of time to recover from.
I got a concussion in game as well. It was really tough.
As well.
What are you doing out of game?
It was kind it was just kind of like a play on, because
Did
whenever
they?
I
I
told
didn't
people I
notice
got
if they
a
did,
concussion,
actually.
brain damage in game, a lot of people in my chat was like in
I
game.
get on my phone the moment
Sounds
these
like the
people
most
appear on my
hardcore
screen.
of hardcore survivals.
It was really fun, and you can also play with friends, and then things become a lot more bearable.
They've showed the split screen.
Yes,
and it
you
looks
can play
awesome.
split screen with your friends, and it's really nice. Especially because then, like, you get beaten
I will say
up,
there is
and then
something
your friends
funny
get
thinking about
beaten
a
up,
game
so-
that
and
just
then,
like
You can get digital concussions together.
just has like the most fucked up like ailment system. Like you just get every disease known to mankind. You have to worry about everything. To worry about your character getting like cancer, fucking everything, spraining his ankles, breaking a finger, and you gotta like heal.
That was something I noticed right there. That
You gotta wait like the actual time limit IRL time just for your character to heal. They should make a game like that. It'd be
The game
awful.
looks really nice. It looks very
But
well
really funny.
detailed, and I can't wait to try it.
They angled it that like, hey, you can do this thing. You can really focus on combat and the main quest line.
They need to start
main
making
story,
games
but
that are
this
just
is
like
also an
really
expansive
funny
world
awful.
where there are a bunch
I
of
still
little
want a
side
game that
stories
just
where
has
you go
tripping
to
mechanics
these
in it.
individual
I
side
think ever
characters
since
and,
I
like,
saw
help
that
them
in
catch their
Broad,
chicken.
I need another game that
Or
does that because
mystery
that's
or
very
whatever it
funny.
is, and I feel like that's what builds out a world and makes it feel more full. So I think
Like imagine like
Third, we
a
had
Dark Souls, but there's
Dragon
tripping.
Twin. I don't.
Like sometimes you try to do a roll and your character just and he's stuck for like 5 seconds.
There's the correct character for your dragon.
Did you see the neck customizer? I mean, like Jake was like.
I would play a Dark
To be
Souls game
fair,
if it had
it's very
tripping.
early in production. They're working on all these systems
Just saying,
for Dragon
it'd be more fun at least.
As they mentioned in the trailer, it's still a work in progress. They're like finding the game and what it's going to be based on funding, Patreon support, things like that. But I mean, just like imagining the vision of a kingdom builder where like you're in command of dragons.
What's another game that would be
like
funny with
Khaleesi,
tripping?
Like inject that into my veins. It's another one of those games I didn't know I
A
needed or
platformer with tripping would be
Never even came across your
diabolical.
mind. You're like, wait a second.
Every 10, there's a 10% chance every time you start running, Super Mario just
I
eats
can't wait
shit.
to see how it progresses because it already looks amazing.
But they left the combat pretty open-ended. Like we saw some battle
Yes.
scenes, we saw some light with other dragons maybe fighting, and how that's gonna come into play. I'm really curious
The
about.
movement. I mean, you're gonna get some battlefield
The
pilots.
cinematic shots you're gonna get with that dragon is gonna be crazy.
The
Next up, we have some
Cube.
exclusive content
Atomic
coming
Heart.
from Munfish, a comparison of the twins from Atomic Heart. Now in the Cube, a very exciting game I think we're all looking forward to. And for Atomic Heart, some new screenshots from their DLC number 4. On top of that, there is also Immortal Gates of Pyre that we
They're
had
still
an
making
incredible
DLC
interview
for
with
Atomic
Jake
Hearts?
hosted,
Didn't they announce
where we
a
talk
2?
A little bit about
Move
the
on.
making of the game,
Make the second
people
one.
behind it, and RTS in general.
I forgot about this Cube game they're making. I think this is like a MMO or something. On the fish. Is he gonna fuck the robot? Oh. He's getting taken. A lot of collecting in this one. Okay. I don't know why the music did that. That scared the Lord out of me.
Yeah, it is.
It was all like nice, serene music. Loud ass DJ in my ears out of nowhere. I got thrown into doom.
When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though.
This is the same trailer they showed at Gamescom or wherever the fuck they showed this Cube game at. I don't think it was the Game Awards. I think it was Gamescom. It's actually just the same trailer.
How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it?
Big
What if
ass
the cube
shark.
didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
Ouch. Grandma? Is Splatoon 4 out yet? No, man. Not yet. But, okay. What was the comparison for? Now that she's gold?
So, Immortal Gates of Pyre is an attempt to modernize and make more
RTS,
accessible,
I am asleep.
the RTS
Ads are
genre
coming
while
up, so I'm gonna
simultaneously
let them
keeping
rock.
all of the
I'm gonna go get a
complexity
snack.
and the
Okay,
opportunities
bye.
for
Goodbye,
mastery
Polynosa.
that have made
Good luck
RTS
at work.
so popular over the years. So it's I would
Bye-bye.
refer to it as a Blizzard style RTS. The fast.
I'm not the
action,
RTS
big
guy. I'm not
battles,
smart
very
enough for these
tactical,
games.
Kind of
I'll
very
be right back,
rapid
dog.
fire chess. We realized that RTS, in part because it was dominated by a few big players, never really went through the kind of indie transformational experimentation. Some of the companies that tried to do so did so by stripping away features or losing some of the things that really made RTS great. In the early days, we surveyed a lot of players in both MOBA and RTS communities and found that they really loved the fantasy of commanding an army. RTS, at the end of the day, if you were to strip it all away, is just you're commanding an army, another guy's commanding an army in real time.
Yeah.
Right? Because you get individual unit control, it can be very overwhelming. And because you're also building those units, because you're building a base, because you're having to do so much macroing along with the microing simultaneously, that for most players, it just gets overwhelming and complicated. And so we worked through it kind of line by line, trying to figure out what are the rote tasks, what are the things that players are required to do that are not really decisions, that are more just chores, right? And how do we make more and more of the complexity in the game, but optional, opt-in? We refer to it as opt-in complexity. And then simultaneously, how do we create a world and experiences and game modes that people want to be a part of? We want to take this genre and show
Chad, I got rice
this genre
cakes.
isn't dead. People want this fantasy, they want this experience. A lot of it has to do with things like the UI and the UX, the unit design, and a lot of that opt-in complexity. So, for example, in most RTSs, you always have to be building workers. If you're not building workers, you're falling behind on your economy and you're screwed. The correct move, with very few exceptions, is to build a worker every chance you get. So we made that automated. but have a toggle. If you want to turn it off, you can. So if you're trying to do a specific timing attack, you can, but we took that complexity away. One of the other things is how in MOBAs you have a unified command card, right? All of the abilities and castable abilities on your hero are easy to reach. You can hit all of those buttons very quickly on one hand. We redesigned the UI UX to be the same way. So you can select your whole army with one button by default, and then all of the abilities, castable abilities of your army are also on that one unified command card. One of the things that people often tell us is that when they watch our game, it looks like an RTS, but when they play it, it almost plays more like a MOBA in terms of how they're commanding their army. Our early idea was if we bring the top, 10 modders within generally the strategy gaming space, if we bring them all together and we say, if we were to come together and build a game that truly is the next generation of RTS, what does it look like? And that's what we set out to do. The 1v1 or 2v2 PvP experiences, they're similar to
so they're trying to make the RTSs easier too.
Maps, we did redesign the maps, and we
every game is getting struck with the
2v2 is
everyone can play it model.
Support gameplay mode.
Pretty sad to see.
Players, including pro players, have actually really enjoyed doing 2v2 tournaments. But the ultimate goal is to destroy the enemy's town centers, and so it's kind of a tactical back and forth with counters and strategic snipings and using immortal abilities in clever ways. So it's great for mastery and laddering and skill gain. Ultimately, or at least the goal, is to have other PvP modes that are more casual or more playful, kind of some chaos modes, auto battler modes, things like that, where if you just have 10 minutes and you want to have a beer while doing it, and you want to do something that's a bit strategic, but you don't want to get that sweaty, we want to have those experiences too. That's a big part of the target market that we're looking at, is people that like to be challenged mentally, but don't necessarily want to try to do the crazy APM and don't want to get too invested in the competition. We want to do a full grand campaign.
I don't like that sentence.
The inspiration for how we kind of want, or how we see
I just don't like
campaign, if we can build it, is very similar.
I've said it like multiple times already at this point.
It's a grand campaign. You can be kind of any
just
of
being
these
the dead
different
horse
factions and conquering territory.
Not every game
and
should be
building
accessible.
new and unique stories.
Your ass. Go play something else.
One of the better trailers that I think we all saw back around SGF last year.
Not a new trailer that we're showing with this. Of course, the twin comparison is new, which is very cool to see the twins for the first time in this universe, if you like Atomic Heart. But the trailer itself for the Cube, nothing new.
The potential for that game is like unmatched. It is a
They're
crazy
so
concept.
good at cinematics, and also just like the concept of playing a game like that with the map.
Still sad to think about that we're gonna be in a world soon where fighting games just don't have motion
It
inputs
like
no more.
breaks my brain to think about, but
What's even
in a
the point?
fun way.
Like different terrains, different
I'm
weather.
Unk, I know, but
They show that sliding clip where she's sliding, and then as the cube is apparently rotating, we don't know how that mechanic even
Stupid to me.
works with the
Well, I'm
map.
assuming you can fall off. Like if you fall
You would
off the
think,
map,
right?
you just like that's. I'm sure you're
Or get
dead.
crushed.
And
by,
they've
like,
taken
rockets,
so many
you know?
gameplay mechanics already. We saw from that short trailer. You saw wall running. You saw just like traditional gunplay.
The other cool part to me is that it is set in a universe that people have already been a part of. Somehow.
The world of Atomic Heart's very interesting.
Can you
as well.
explain it a little bit?
It's kind of like it is Soviet Russia in an alternate timeline where they've mastered robotics, but then there's like evil robots.
And in terms of vibe, it's kind of like Soviet Bioshock. And
Yeah,
it's a vibe.
that's a good way to put it.
And what's interesting is that from the original game Atomic Heart, one of the primary things people
Hold on.
loved about it were like the boss fights, and then like the outdoor environments and the art direction. And that is just the cube. And then they're adding in this
if it's
multiplayer
Soviet
component as
Russia,
well, with like
but they made
it's like
robots,
PvE elements with bosses
but
that
some
you'll fight
robots are
against
evil.
together as the cube rotates.
Does that make sense?
I can't wait to find out more.
I love how open-ended they are.
I would think they would all be
we are all
evil.
curious
Would
because
they
we
not?
don't know the exact direction they're going and where it could end up. And I was
I
trying
don't
to
think the
pinpoint like,
Soviet
what game I
Union
was
would have
looking
made a
at,
good
because
robot.
we are gonna flow into Atomic Heart, and I love that tie between those worlds. But I honestly saw a piece of like the finals and the first destructibility and cube movement we saw when the finals first released. There was something about that aesthetic that I also saw, and I was like, okay, now I'm instantly locked back into this.
The DLCs people love. There's already Atomic Heart 1 and 2. This is their fourth and final DLC for Atomic Heart. And I'm when we saw the trailer, we saw the screenshots. It adds new environments and it looks good.
Yeah.
You know. Then the third game on our list with that one was Immortal Gates of Pyre by Sunspear. Jake, you had a great conversation with Ian.
Tries not to be
It's a game that's been in development for a long time. We're going to probably talk about how it's a
I'm
group
sure
of
they're good
modders, and so they've
developers.
hired a lot of modders, and they have that DNA
It's just
for this
that I
game
think they're
and a lot of the
misguided.
concepts they want to plan out for the future. They've had
They
hands
want
on
to
this
catch
for
the
almost
widest
10 years,
net,
but they've been working
but
hard on it for about
in
5
turn
is what
doing
they
that
would tell you.
just-
And they really want to try and combat, as we all know,
What's it
like the
called?
RTS genre is really
You will
hard to
catch
get
a
into
lot,
because
but it will not
barrier-
stay. And the
I
people
agree,
who
'cause
would have
it's like
stayed
it's-
if you would
see
have just
these
made the
games,
game
you know
that
RTS games, and you're like, I can't,
people
I don't want
like
to do that. I don't
in
want to
that
work on
genre
micro,
are not going to
macro,
stay.
and you know all those movements.
It's like
per
what happened
second
with Fatal
and
Fury.
whatnot,
They added
and
all
they
this
wanna
shit
try and
to
combat
Fatal
the
Fury
pillars that have
with
already
like
established themselves in the RTS genre.
they added Cristiano Ronaldo, and they were like, surely this will keep casuals to play our fighting game, right? Fuck no. Ain't no casual want to play a fucking fighting game. They don't give a shit. They'll play Ronaldo for a day, and then they will not play your game again. Like, just make a game that your core audience will like. Why are you trying to catch the widest net? It's never gonna work. Especially for genres like an RTS or a fighting game. Oh, new people rarely ever come into those games. It happens, but it's very rare.
I live for micro, macro movements.
Fortnite ruined
You can
gaming.
have the sweaty experience if
Kind
you
of.
want, or you can have the experience where you just
Didn't help it, I know that.
have a beer.
I did when he said that. I was like, "That's my guy."
Exactly.
I think Fortnite and Smash to a degree have kind of
you know, when it comes to
melted developers' brains into thinking they need to collab with everybody.
You know, the current stereotype in that genre is.
Which is
they're
what I
trying
think
to
the
innovate,
Fatal
they're trying to
Fury
do things
thing
differently.
was mainly
And one
about.
last thing, they're very, very community focused. So, like a lot of the devs we've spoken
Well,
to,
Fortnite
they
can
love
have
their
Master
community,
Chief,
they
why
found
can't I
their
have
diehards, and
Ronaldo?
It really has shaped the
You're a
project,
fighting game.
And so I hope we
Dumbass.
see it in the near future.
Next up, we have what I'm calling kind of a Western section. We have some new footage from the game X Killer. That's going to be Paradox
Western.
Studio. There is Far, Far West from Evil Raptor.
I love Arthur
and
Morgan.
Erosion from Plot Twist.
Breaking that guy's kneecap?
Welcome to the world of Execular. We are Kasia and Amadeus, the creators of the game.
And this is Gameplay Overview. Execular is a first-person action-adventure game that encourages exploration, rewards curiosity.
And never holds your hand.
You play as Denzel Phoenix, an Execular, a corporate bounty hunter.
Execulars hunt down fugitives and
Ouch.
reclaim souls from those who try to escape the system.
One of the game's main hubs is the Tower, a massive fortress city ruled by the Helion Corporation. This is where you accept contracts, upgrade your gear, and prepare for missions.
Job well done, contract fulfilled.
The game is structured in chapters, and
Wow, that guy
almost
sounds like a
every
very
one
high-pitched
begins and
Virgil.
ends in the tower.
Job well done.
Outside the tower lies a harsh, scorched desert. You travel through it in a heavily modified car designed to protect you from extreme conditions such as heat and radiation. Inside the vehicle, you have access to your computer, storage, and a working radio.
Her accent was crazy there. I thought she said inside Mexico. I was like, what? You said vehicle. Holy shit, we're in Mexico? Wait a minute. What the? He spit his batter on like that. I fuck with this game. This game looks cool. I'll give it up to this one. Youch!
Survival is a core part of the experience.
Inventory space is limited, and every item matters.
Oh
Forcing
baby,
players to make
Resident
careful
Evil
decisions
inventory
about
system.
What to carry and what to
You have
leave
my
behind.
attention.
Helion's high-tech systems allow you to hack devices pick locks, and access restricted areas.
Your cybernetic implants help you uncover hidden elements and investigate the environment. Missions and level design are fully non-linear. There's no single way to complete a contract. Stealth, dialogue, and combat are all valid approaches and can be freely combined.
In Exekiller, every decision matters.
What's it gonna be? Plata or muerte?
Wishlist Exekiller on Steam.
Might be the first game I actually do
Robert here
wishlist.
from Fireshine Games. I am the senior product manager for Far Far West, developed by the incredible 6-person team at Evil Raptor. Far Far West is a 1-to-4 player co-op PvE first-person shooter where you play as
Skeletons.
robot cowboys in a weird western world. Work together,
Holy.
kill bosses, collect bounties, and cleanse the lands of the evil enemy invaders. Today, I'm going to talk you through a short, single-round session of Far Far West. Here, we're exploring the Far Far West hometown, an evolving space where you can upgrade your weapons, spells, and characters.
Wait a minute. Is this a roguelike?
Once the team is geared up and ready to go, we can pick the bounty
Good
we want to
game
hunt
alert?
and drop into the game. Now that we have dropped into the map, it is time to head
Yes,
to our
I'm
first
saying
objective.
shaking your camera
we
like
can
that,
travel
freak.
around the map much faster with the use of our trusty horses, which you can summon with the press of a button.
What the? A skeleton rhino?
When fighting enemies, I can use
Wasn't this
different
a western?
firearms and a
Where
variety
the
of
skeletons
spells
come
to
from?
damage or heal myself in
That's not very westerny.
Spells and guns can also be comboed together to make their
What
effects
the
more
hell is that guy
powerful,
doing?
spread their damage further, or even create new spells. To summon this boss, we need to do the obvious. Launch a nuke at its nest. So let's get this rocket loaded with explosives and shoot it into the sky.
Funny delivery.
When playing co-op, you have to work together as a team to complete the objectives and defend yourself from enemy attacks. Right now, we're throwing sticks of dynamite to my teammate for him to put in the rocket, of which he is actually only catching a few. While carrying out objectives, you will
This
attract
guy
the attention
fucking
of the
sucks
enemy
at catching
hordes, who will
dynamite.
try and stop you. Now we have the rocket all powered up. Let's launch
This definitely looks like my type of game.
Really make it angry.
Bound
This
Roach?
bounty is far from over.
Why is my horse
Now we
called
have to
Roach? I
take
don't
the
want to call him
beast
a
down.
Roach. I'll call him a Pona.
Let's summon the boss and get this party started.
It would be your type of game. I do in fact like killing many a creatures. I do love me a roguelike. This shit is just like
We won,
RoboQuest to
and
me.
The boss is dead, but we aren't safe yet. So let's get to the station to get the last train out of town.
What's up
When
though,
the train
Ninja?
is
Welcome
called,
in.
we have to stay alive
Hello,
for its
hello, hope you're doing
arrival,
well.
Which is easier
Also,
said
hello,
than
Miss
done,
KK.
the whole of the Far
Hope y'all are
West
doing
wants
well
to
today.
get.
Oh my god, there's a bow and arrow too. Oh baby.
We made it out alive. Well, some of us. Which
Hello.
means we get to keep the resources we found along the way.
I love
These
a
will
creed
allow us to
with
upgrade
people
our characters
aggressively
even
to make
more
them
and be
question
stronger for the
things.
next bounty. This was just one simple game of Far Far West. There are multiple bosses, maps, objectives, weapons, spells, upgrades, and cosmetics, all unlockable through play.
I have a friend, another
You can
friend who
play the
does that
playtest
too.
with your friends right now.
It didn't work on me this time because you were right. That was my type of game.
Parent, you've got one job.
Bow and arrow they come.
Protect your family.
I've seen this game before. I don't really like this type of
Whatever happens,
blocks looking art style.
or die trying.
Damn, but it's got like Hades gameplay though.
Kick the bucket. You don't stay dead for long.
But I don't like the look of it. It is another roguelike. Anything good? Honestly, this whole section has been like the only good stuff they show. I didn't think I was a Western guy, but apparently I am, because all 3 of the Western games they showed look good. I just don't really particularly like the art style of this game, but it looks fun gameplay wise. Everything else has been like mid or ass. A lot of the games they showed are like just open world survival games, and that's just like not a game genre I like at all. Unless it's Minecraft. This is my type of game. I love killing many an enemy. Just racing, what the hell? Save her. Erosion.
First up, we saw X Killer. That's coming from Paradox Studio. It's kind of, I mean, the vibes look great to me. It was reminding me a little bit, you disagreed, but like a cyberpunk in the wild.
No,
in the
I just see it. I just see it.
And the animation work was crazy good, like the world building.
I think the way it's described is a post-apocalyptic Western-style FPS with a bounty hunter vibe. And so we even saw in the trailer they were picking up bounties. It kind of reminds me of Fallout as well.
Yeah, a little bit of Fallout in there.
So I think it looks like a lot of fun. That could be a new kind of like staple in those types of games, to me at least.
Yeah, it's a great combination. I mean, it looks fantastic. Like, it's stunning.
Animation.
It's coming from such a small
Sci-fi
team.
cowboy, I'm in.
Yeah, done.
Say less.
Money.
Then we had Far Far West coming from Evil Raptor, Western-themed action shooter project. The way I've been describing it, to be honest with you, is Western Sea of Thieves. There's a lot of depth there. It looks like, I mean, that's not a bad comparison. Sea of Thieves was very fun to me.
What if Sea of Thieves, but cowboys, basically?
Well, it's that, but also with specific hunts and like bounties. We're going out.
I was like,
doing
what?
boss
That
fights
is
with
not
each
Sea of
other.
Thieves. What are y'all
It seems
talking
very
about?
teamwork based too. Like you saw a clip there where they were fighting the boss on the ground, and one of them was up top, and your teammate threw the dynamite up, caught it, planted it. Looks really cool.
Third,
That was the worst comparison of all time. Sea of Thieves and that.
Pretty mind-blowing. I think we're all on the same page for that.
Sea of Thieves is like
divine.
I could see this one being like,
this is gonna be a
chips half the time.
Well,
Oops,
like
sorry.
the most compelling aspect of it to me is the time passing affecting not just the world that you're exploring, but also like literally your daughter. She grows older every death that happens.
I think it's
a decade goes
yeah.
past.
So the worse you are at the game.
If you die 20 times, like she's not gonna
She
be
dead.
there when you get there. You're gonna
You
be
recognize the
talking to her
girl?
gravestone, but
I think her name starts
it's
with like
just
an
a
L,
very
I think.
captivating art style, like you
It's also
mentioned.
open world.
Open world roguelike. Yes.
We're gonna have people that are gonna want to go deathless runs of this.
Wait, open
I hope
world
that maybe there's
roguelike?
a glimpse of hope.
How does that
like,
work?
If you have a deathless run or maybe a one
That's
death
like
run,
the true ending or something.
there's a happy ending.
You
but I
would
imagine that
recognize
most
her,
other
KK.
endings are not gonna be so
You
happy,
would.
or at least a bit sadder.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah,
It looks
exciting.
really good.
We're gonna see a lot from that game.
For sure.
Division 2.
Next up, we have a very exciting section for people who like competitive games, shooter games. We have an awesome interview that Jake did with the executive producer of the Division
I don't
franchise.
want to watch
We also
Division.
have
That
Alpha
game is
Response gameplay
ass.
from the original creator of Counter-Strike, Min Lee, or Gooseman, whatever you know him as. Last Man Sitting from Pixel Pizza, and Sand Raiders of Sophie by Holygriff.
Oh, this game was so bad. My friend made me play this. We played it for like an hour, and I was like, dude, this game fucking sucks. How do you like this?
Important city in the United States.
It
Washington,
was so
DC,
bad.
completely ravaged. by
It
a
feels like it should be a
pandemic
game I
and
like,
struck
but dude, it
by
was so
the
bad.
strongest, worst blizzard of all time. And you are going to have to survive and extract the most valuable resources.
Like a 2 out of 10
And
experience of a
that
game.
leads us to survivors. So what are we doing? Like, we can't rest on our laurels.
And also, it's made by
10-year
Ubisoft, so
laurels,
actually
from,
0
survival.
out of 10 experience.
So we're reimagining it. We're
Because Ubisoft don't be making no good
this
games.
snowstorm, this weather
Yes, KK?
change to Washington D.C. And that's something that you've never seen in Washington D.C. We're going to transform the entire map. We're thinking about it
Well, we're in New
very
York.
different way with innovations that haven't been seen yet. There's
Stop
a
the true sons.
focus on this
That
to
mean?
make it such a different feeling experience from the core Division 2.
Can I buy you the new
think we've got
Phoenix
something
skin?
super
No.
promising here. Survivors is developed with
Phoenix?
Magnus
No.
Jensen,
Yuck.
who is the original Division 1 creative director. So this is a guy who lives and breathes the Division. He's so excited about jumping into this type of game mode again. And there is a hint in the title of
Yes,
something that
no.
we're going to be doing really differently from everybody
I'll never put
else.
money into
We
Phoenix.
always develop with a player in mind, with player types in mind. And I think here we have to acknowledge that the Division 2 has a large player base of passionate gamers. And one of the things that we want to do is really
She's
lean into
fun.
the sort of comfort game of the Division 2. People are happy
I play
to
her
jump
too
in,
only
know
because
their
she's like
way
the
around
only
the controller, know their
tolerable
way
long
around
range
the map.
character
They
I
know how to
can
play this game. So
tolerate
we're gonna
for
take that
10 minutes before my
and
brain
subvert it a little bit
goes numb.
and change the map and make sure that
I don't willingly play her.
weather has
I
an
only play her
impact
when
on you, which it doesn't
the
have
comp
in
I'm fighting
Division
is
2.
so ass for
there
magic.
are lots of little things that we're doing to surprise our core audience. Veteran players, they're going to be surprised. All of these locations that they know by heart, they're going to be transformed. So the Division 3 is in production, right? This is
Actually,
not
speaking
a
of Phoenix,
secret. It's been announced. It's
um,
shaping up to be
what's
a
it called? I
monster.
was looking at her like
I
skills.
can- I
Her ult
can't
does
really
just
say
delete
anything
shields, by
more
the way,
than that,
KK.
but
So that's
this
why
is
you can just
within
one
these
shot Storm
walls
with her ult.
in Massive. We are working
It just automatically
extremely
deletes any like
hard on
overheal
something
that
I
any
think
person
will
has.
be as big
So that's good to know.
an impact as Division 1 was. There's a team in Paris working on this, and they're putting the final touches on a mobile
Isaiah, and you did testing.
execution of the promise of Division 1. So, Division 1, New York.
Yeah, I went to training mode the other day to like
Strikes.
change
Take back
crosshairs
New
and stuff, and I
York.
saw
This
that. I
is
was like,
a
oh.
brand new story. with
That's why he just
mechanics
kept deleting
that
that
are
poor
really
Storm.
fine-tuned
Poor
to
Storm.
mobile
No,
phone.
don't say that. That
Graphically,
stupid Storm.
This looks like a PS5.
Flyers are never poor.
You may have
They're
seen
evil.
the adverts for it. It looks phenomenal. Really, really good. It plays really good. And it has a few innovations. You know, the Dark Zone, this area of atypical PvP. It was an
Dude, where's
area
the
where,
fast forward
much
button?
like other games today, popular games today, you could walk around, you could hear gunshots, go over there, there'd be another agent.
Actually, here's the
You'd
fast
approach
forward button. Hold on.
cautiously, feel each other out and decide whether to partner or to actually engage in PvP. The whole of the Resurgence map is friendly to other agents.
I didn't see.
you'll
Apparently,
hear gun-
Persona had like a
gunshots
fucking
on
30-year
point.
anniversary
You don't
stream
need to
today.
be in the Dark
This is
Zone.
the only
You
thing
can
I
be
saw from it.
anywhere and you can
Wait, hold
group
on.
with those people. So PvP is
Shut
off
up.
by default, but being able to group up and to see other
They're doing
agents
a
in the swamp,
Sanrio collab. I don't know if these are like stickers or something. Oh, they're magnets. This right there, jackass. I want Joker. Or her. Tone. I think that's how you say her name. I guess I'll take Makoto. I don't even know who that bunny is. I don't really know Sanrio characters. I know Hello Kitty. I know that's Maru. Karome, I think. Pudding Dog or something like that. And then the rest, I don't know who the fuck they are. I feel like Sanrio was crossing over with everything. Is the vision over? It is, okay. Hello? You're in a batch, you're good. You better be winning at least. Oh, let me turn it back up. I guess swan dive like that. I don't mean to be mean. I'm sure this is like a beta, like, footage or whatever. The audio in this game is bad. The guns sound so loud. Why are they so crunchy, man? Look at why they sound like that. Dude, turn it down. Scale the audio down, please. It's crunchy. What happens to my ears? Jesus Christ. Okay, now it's starting to get funny. The audio is so crunchy, oh my word. Wow, that was funny. Oh, this game, what the? What the fuck is this? Tony Hawk FPS game, okay, go crazy. Oh! That looked cute, I guess. Oh, it's still going. Are all devs just deaf or hard of hearing? So loud. It was really funny, at least.
Is a game where you blast through the environment.
The crunchiest sounding guns. No, what the fuck was that? Was that a cactus?
And you also have a freaking gun. So movement-wise,
what was there, a cactus walking around?
You're skating, but it's also most definitely a shooter.
And you guys also described the game as a battle royale. So does it lean BR? Is it more shooter? Is it a mix of both? How's that go?
So many years ago, there's early like prototypes of the game. It was a battle royale game. And it sort of went viral and got like a lot of followings based on some short videos of the game. But then as we like developed the game more, we found that we wanted to gravitate away from
This is a cute game. It'll probably be fun for just like an hour or two, but
gameplay. Eventually
looks
the game
funny.
more
Just
like a
kick flipping around in the fucking office chair.
PvP shooter. More like
the janitor! Go crazy, janitor! Okay.
Bros, which is like one of our favorite
Super Smash Bros.
At the office. There's like different maps. There's different modes also. We worked on the PvP mode. We also made a PvE mode, which is more like
there is a cactus.
Maybe best compared to Swarm survival games. So it's more like a lightly narrated story where you go up against your manager and you like go up in the floors of an office building. You have to survive for a certain amount of time. There's more and more enemies coming.
Damn, that guy blew up.
More numerous and more ridiculous as time goes by. There's mini bosses, there's main bosses, and you level up.
Why is the guy? Why is the interviewer
talking?
pogging?
Like you can get even more power-ups
What? Hit the no way.
Game mode. So that's when it gets really ridiculous.
Okay.
Then you can unlock, of course, new weapons, new characters, new abilities. You can upgrade your chair, so you can.
That was one of my questions. So
we looked a lot at this like early 2000s aesthetic, which we thought was like really cool, especially like when we start designing the user interface.
This does have kind of like Tony Hawk
the whole
vibes.
user interface, just that, like,
Not just because it's skating, but just how
Millennium
like
Edition
the font
or
popped in.
Windows XP,
The music
and
too they
you
used for the
have,
trailer.
You know, that those little square windows, and you have the font that we all remember. So eventually the game sort of became more of this like 2000s nostalgia type game. We also have a lot of like Counter-Strike players at the office. So that's definitely something that I think has had its imprint on the game as well. Imagine it's 2002 and you're listening to punk music and you're playing on your Windows XP computer. That's sort of the feeling that we want the game to have.
That was a silly looking game. I'll give it up. Good game, actually. Now there's been 4 good games shown. Yo, this is Star Wars. Trampler Grumpy Walker? What? Guys, look at Star Wars, I think. Dystopian Star Wars. Actually, isn't Star Wars already dystopian? Loot. Wow, that is a very boring looking open world. Is this supposed to be like a Sea of Thieves, but with Mad Max walkers? I don't know what these walkers are like. They look like Star Wars to me. That's probably wrong. I'm gonna make someone who watches Star Wars very mad if I keep calling this Star Wars. Why do I care? Fuck Star Wars.
I say first up, we're going to talk about the Division interview. Of course, we weren't able to get
There we go.
a ton of new information,
I got one.
but they are working on a lot of different projects right now.
I don't know if I've ever talked to anyone else who has 26 years at a single company in gaming. So talking to him, he was, I was doing a bit of glazing because everything he said felt like a storytelling experience. And so we're talking about Survivors, and this is the kind of redone version of Division 1's original Survival. And so it's a snowstorm impacted, weather hit Washington, D.C. And it's what he kind of also alluded to as like one of the original extraction shooter-esque like games.
Was it casual or
but yeah, you
ranked?
have to fight for survival out and weather the elements. He says it's really, really shaping up. And also original players of Survival are going to experience, he couldn't tell me everything, but they're going to get to experience, you know, remastered things and things that are updated from the original that they did want, but he couldn't tell me too much as to what it was, besides that it's really shaping up.
Doing comp
and
after
it's
dinner.
really interesting, and both new coming players, you don't have to play Division or Division 2 to stumble across this and love it just as much.
I think with the success, obviously, of games like Arc Raiders right now, you even mentioned that, it's an interesting conversation around, do you try to chase those things and copy stuff, or not even copy, but take inspiration from it, or are you having to come up with your own ideas that you've been working on for 10 years or however long? It's just interesting how they've been working on this for a long time, and now there's a mega
How long are
popular
you going?
game in the
I
same
might have
exact
time to
vein.
join.
Yeah, and he said it a lot more eloquently than I can ever represent.
Because after
it as,
this,
but,
I
you know,
gotta go
he
for a walk.
realizes probably
I
it
gotta
makes
work
things
out.
Like a lot of other
And
games
then
are
I
doing
probably
extraction
should at
shooters
least
with
edit one
certain
more clip
things
today.
Here, but they've also had an image of where they want to be and where they want to
Till
go
10
for
year
quite some time
time.
now, and now they're finally getting to breathe that into existence. slowly.
Okay, I might be able to
They also
join for
talked
like
a
an
little
hour
bit
then.
about Division 3, which when I say a little bit, I mean like
He gave me a
little bit.
He gave me a quote. He gave me a quote. He gave me a quote. Julian said this. He said, "It's shaping up to be a monster." And I said, I'm gonna clip that, Julian. Thank you very much.
I would say a highly anticipated game that they can't share a lot about, but we were excited just to hear that it's a monster as much as people love these other games. Next up, we had Alpha Response coming from Min Lee.
For anyone who doesn't know Min Lee, the original creator of Counter-Strike, I love this guy. We've had the chance to meet him on a couple occasions, also sit down and talk with him. He went to his first Counter-Strike major this past year. It was an incredibly rare experience to see like such a notorious dev get to see what his game has truly become, and he was there since the very, very beginning. And then to see like an esport develop out of it was crazy. Not to go on too much of a tangent, but he still has that shooter DNA in him, and so this is kind of a mission-based shooter, might you, and you also play as law enforcement, but the goal is to complete a series of missions. And yeah, definitely remains true to the whole shooter Gooseman DNA.
It looks like Counter-Strike meets Payday, but
But the audio is terrible. Don't
Then,
forget that.
Speaking of Counter-Strike, we talked to a guy who was highly inspired by Counter-Strike, which is so cool to me to have in the showcase. So like, we have the OG who made this game, then we have a guy who's inspired by that guy. This was Last Man Sitting.
It's so ridiculous, and I love it.
We need games like this.
It feels like a mixture of like a
I can't get over how bad that audio was. That shit was
replace
funny.
the skates with chairs, and then
And give them all weapons.
and give them some guns. Why not?
The clips are going to be insane.
Yeah.
You're going to see some wild stuff come out of this game. The things people are going to be doing.
And they're still working on a lot when it comes to PvP versus PvE, but at the core base of it, they want it to be PvP based. It's going to be a round based game, and so I believe 4 players, so super competitive lobbies. But I think you can
It's also a chaotic shoot.
very, very chaotic, and it progresses round by round. So their unique feature in competitive balancing is it's the first player to win 5 rounds But if you lose a round, you get a power up. So you get an ability, and that is their way to balance.
Even the odds a little bit.
You can even upgrade your chair.
Yeah, so by the end, which you
Wow.
can, and by the end, it's going to be pretty hectic because, of course, if everyone's takes in their turns and winning 3 rounds, 4 rounds, whatever, by the end, you're all going to be super OP. And so the ultimate goal is to win that 5th round. You're going to have to beat some pretty high-powered people.
My favorite part of the interview is hearing him say, you know, we're inspired by Counter-Strike, Super Smash Bros, the Call of Duty era. He just wanted to see people 360 no-scope others and like made a game out
in
of
an
it.
office chair.
And if you see the trailer, you'll see the agents or the characters, and you'll
What
be
is
like, oh,
that
that looks
light
like
back
Counter-Strike,
there?
and they'll say, yep, that was kind of, we're all big
You just know
Counter-Strike.
he grew
Oh.
up on the quick scope
Hold on.
montages, 360 trick shots.
Well, and I love the idea of like they're sitting.
Go back to the
brainstorming
wide
game,
shot.
and he's like, I want to make a shooter, but what's our unique spin on it?
Wait a second.
What is that?
Guys, get in here. You're never gonna believe this. You might want to sit
That's a weird looking chandelier ceiling fan. I don't even know what you call it at that point.
We had Sand,
Freaky
Raiders
thing.
of Sophie. The developer is Holly Griff as well as Tower House, but the publisher is Tiny Build, who we're all very familiar with. This is a co-op action adventure. You're in a desert world. Honestly, it reminded me of another. I don't remember it. They were like sailing in the desert in some other game, but this. My favorite part about this is that you could see them building your ship. That you're then like traversing the desert
It's kind
and
of like a
fighting
base
people.
building.
Yeah.
The Star Wars
It
game.
kind of reminded me of Sea of Thieves meets Base Builder.
Rust.
Where you're like, yeah, you're building your own
Rust.
ship. Yeah, it's very cool.
Rust on legs.
There's also normal gunplay too, as well, though, which I found. At first, I was like, oh, it looks cool, but then I saw there were like normal guns too. So.
I like it's a new concept. I feel like where they were probably, I have to assume, fans of Rust or fans of different types of games. They're like, okay, what if we make a moving base in the desert, and then you can explode people's bases? Or I'm curious. We didn't see it in the trailer. I'm curious if you can raid other people's bases.
I'm pretty sure you.
That'd be the coolest part. If you raid their
like jump
base.
off of yours.
Pretty sure you can take other people's bases. I'm pretty sure.
Next up, we have a section that a couple of us are definitely going to be very excited about. This is the 25th year that Jagex has been making
This shit is just all
at this
RuneScape?
point, which
I don't
is
care about
extremely
RuneScape that much.
impressive. I know Jake and I have been playing it our
Gonna finish the show. Have fun
lives. We've
watching.
got
Thank you,
old
thank
school
you.
RuneScape,
Enjoy
we've got
your
RuneScape
show.
3, and we have
Whatever you're
Dragon
watching.
Wilds.
The Trinity.
Right, so 3
Bye-bye.
games, massive games that
Appreciate
have been
the
around
lurk,
for a
Miss
long time. A
KK.
lot of people have heard of.
I think we should just give the room to Jake.
I love it here. This
Use
is
the
my
bathroom real quick.
This is my favorite part for all you RuneScape fans.
When we all arrived here, the first thing I saw was Jake on his laptop and RuneScape was pulled up next to Twitter.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Did you see how
dedication.
Hunter has like a side monitor just
He does this.
Really? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
cool. These guys are real
Lower level?
fans,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I'm north of 1800 now.
I'm over 2100.
I knew
so
that's why I didn't want to answer, because I knew you were going to lead into it. Anyway, Jagex has given us a variety of exclusives across all 3 games. We're super happy to talk about it.
They've done a lot of very impressive things over the past year, I would say. They did Varlamore with Jake's favorite, the Gemstone Crab, just AFK there, it's awesome. Has the Delve with Doom. They have the Gridmaster this year, which was super fun. I played that one. They also added sailing most recently, which is the first new skill ever in old school RuneScape. Had a lot of back and forth. My favorite part about it is the fact that they listened to the community a lot with the release of it. The exclusive they gave us was this new logo reveal for the next league season.
Whoa! Satan! I thought it was 666.
So that was League 6 Demonic Packs. We don't know much more past that. Obviously, Leagues is a lot of fun and probably the most engaging time periods of RuneScape. I think you see player peaks every time. So I imagine a lot of those WoW players are going to come back and be a part of that. Outside of that, RuneScape 3 was also in the news a lot this year.
For a variety of reasons. One of the biggest ones being they've removed the biggest monetization methods they had in the game, which was widely talked about and has been for probably next to a decade. Obviously, in the MMO genre, you have to make money to sustain such big games and big servers for a reason and to keep these updates coming. They're not small teams. And so it was that community battle of like, we need monetization.
And now there's
but at
a
what point is
RuneScape
it too much
3.
monetization? And they finally reached that.
Who's 2?
I think we also have some reveals of some of the areas they're revamping, which is very cool. They're trying to declutter the entire world because right now the game, if you, as an old school player, log on, you're probably like, what is going on? Most of the time. So that's very cool. They also gave us the image of their anniversary cape, which looks fire.
Isn't that beautiful? And I actually have one behind me.
This is Jake's Avengers Endgame.
Oh, man.
And then finally, we also had Dragon Wilds, which is a game that we are
This guy's coming. Oh my god.
I mean, we are big fans of those types of games.
Calm down, sir.
Valheim, we spent a ton of time on. So when RuneScape announced this, we were super stoked personally and played it. They're in early access, but they talk a lot about their
This guy fucking loves RuneScape.
1.0 release and everything that's coming.
For those unaware, Dragon Wilds is the survival game inspired by RuneScape. And so being a big survival game guy and my love for RuneScape, it was kind of the mixing of both worlds. So Dragon Wilds was always going to be a big thing for me. And as you said, it is early access, still developing. They are aiming for that full release though. It's still a great game and getting better and better.
If you like games like Valheim or Enshrouded, I would say this is the kind of game
100%.
you would like to play because it's just like that. You
I
can
didn't like
spend a
either
ton of
one of
time
those
building
games.
your house and making it better and better. And then they're also adding iconic RuneScape things. Again, we talked about that with like the cube. It's cool to see a world.
I don't even know what they're talking about. They're talking about RuneScape.
Yeah. They already have released
The greatest
roadmap, but we have
MMO
a lot of cool
ever
stuff
made.
that is coming to the game that RuneScape players will recognize. New
Never even
skills
played
come out at
RuneScape.
each
No,
time,
actually, I lied. I have
fishing,
played
prayer,
RuneScape.
agility.
Well, I played
You're
it for
gonna
like an
get,
hour and
mithril
I didn't
armor,
continue
rune
it.
armor coming out. There's 3 new regions next year. Coming with the 1.0 update, like over time.
I
And
mean,
then we
yeah,
got
the
first
greatest
look
MMO.
at Dowden Reach,
I
which
was
is
kidding.
their next region. You're gonna
Toontown is the
recognize
best
these Black
MMO ever
Knights,
made.
which look
Can I
a
get
lot
a?
scarier than.
Can I get a
than
true?
from-
He's not gonna make it.
from RuneScape. If this is the Black Knight's fortress, it looks absolutely incredible.
Incredible.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Right.
I don't know if I'm going to continue after this segment.
You guys have heard me and Jake talk way too
Love
much
Penguin.
about this. We also have a message from a couple of creators that you might recognize from the RuneScape community.
I only like doing the
Jagex has
the
just turned
Ninjutsu card
25
game
years
in Club
old.
Penguin.
And the recent
Everything
year
else
has
I didn't
actually
like about
been
Club Penguin.
incredible. And what is to come over the course
Mostly
of
because I was an
2026
antisocial
and beyond
fucking kid.
is something that, as a player
I hated
myself
talking to
of
people
RuneScape
so
for 23 years, I am so excited. I mean, I think the game right now, old school
I used
RuneScape,
to
is in
go
the best
foolish
place
on
it's
that
ever been. But
card
Jagex as a
jutsu game.
company is turning into potentially being the best
Former
they
black
have
belt.
ever actually been. In
Did they go higher than black
2025,
belt? I don't
over
remember.
Old school RuneScape, we didn't just have many different pieces of content such as sailing.
Actually been like a decade
Balamar,
since I
Royal
played that.
Titans, a duo boss
Why does he
that came
have
to
a
the game.
mouse on this
We
fucking
actually
mic?
also hit an
Who is
all-time
that?
high player count
Oh, it's
since
Remy.
the game actually
It's Remy.
released
It's a
over
chef
a
hat.
decade ago. That is crazy. It's absolutely incredible. But that is not the end. We still have 2026 to come, and the things that are coming in 2026 are going
It's
to be
like
crazy.
crack.
We have the Blood
Used to
Moon
grind that when I
Rises.
was a
We're
kid.
getting more info at the Winter
Beating the fuck
Summit.
out of everybody.
The finale, potentially, of the Mauritania questline. But personally, the thing that I am the second most excited for, behind Raids 4. Now, Raids 4,
Raid Shadow
I know
Legends?
nothing about right now, so I can't really say much, but that is the thing I am the most excited for. And
That's
have been
where
the
my
most
ninja
excited
name
for
really
for
started
years
from.
to come, as of right now.
New
And if
Ninja
that is
Lord
not
just dropped.
everything, we have Leagues 6, and I know one thing about League 6, and that is League 6 demonic.
Now we know where the ninja part
All
comes
I
from.
can say.
Just
That's
gotta
all I
find where
know
the
right
deity
now, but
part
League
comes
6
from.
will be coming most likely in Q4 of 2026. Can't fact check that. I do not know. But that means League 6 may contain Blood Moon Rises and Raids 4 inside of whatever League 6 is going to be, and that is going to be incredible. As for
Wow.
RuneScape 3, I'm not a huge player
You hit
or
that
ambassador of
incredible.
RuneScape 3. I am more on the old school side, but there is a massive update that occurred earlier on that I was able to get behind, and so did all of the old school RuneScape community and basically anybody inside the community. And that was the removal of a microtransaction called Treasure Hunter. And finally, RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I played it when it first came out with Ashen Veil, I believe it was called. And then the most recent expansion, Fell Hollow. I recently have played that one as well, and I have completed it. And Dragon Wilds is a game where it's not even fully released. When I say that, 2026, Dragon Wilds will be fully released to everybody, completely done. But you can play it now.
Ow, that
You
hurt
will
my
only
throat.
just get the first 2 expansions. And the first 2 expansions as a standalone game is incredible. I cannot wait
This
to
guy
see
loves
the
fish. I just
expansions to the
noticed he has
entire
like
thing when we
3
get the
shaboos in
entire
his
world,
that
the
closet,
entire universe of
and like
what's
2
going on there.
sharks.
So far, the gameplay
and
is
2
incredible.
frogs.
Whoever's working behind that team Honestly, I feel Dragon Wilds.
And then there's like a Shamu. No, I think that's just a whale picture behind
it's
him.
going to be a masterpiece when it's fully done. When you can start.
This guy loves the ocean.
Go through Ashen Vale, go through Fell Hollow.
Fully out. I cannot wait.
Third, fourth, the fifth, the sixth, whatever.
I love survival games.
Different realms.
We need more of those in the world. Actually,
you can still play it now, early, and you can play the expansions as they release. Right now, we have Ashen Vale, we have Fell Hollow, and we will be getting another expansion.
Good for him.
Fairly soon into 2026.
I'm glad someone can be hyped for it because I could not care less about RuneScape.
Honestly, Jagex 25-year anniversary, the game, the company, everything.
And then there's a survival game of it now.
I'm very excited for the future.
You've lost me even more.
If you guys haven't yet, make sure to go play RuneScape, one of the greatest games of all time.
Bro just did an ad read.
Next up, we have a group of 4 games, that being Darklight Survivor coming from Mirai & Co., Tape 101 coming from Serversa, and Unawake from Reality Art Studio, Nested Lands from 1M Bits Horde.
This looks like the horror section. The spooky section. Whoa! What the hell? Is this guy Virgil? He just shot out some ninja stars around him. Is it top down or third person? You keep switching and I'm getting confused. I'm getting mixed signals here. If it's third person, I might play it. If it's top down, I will not play it. Yeah, I think it's just third person. And now we're pixelated. What's going on? Make up your mind, game. Holy frame rate. My PC! What the fuck was wrong with that footage, man? The game looked fine except for that one clip of footage. It just went like 5 frames per second for some reason. Dark Light Survivor.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
You smell like shite.
Fuck you. You smell like shite, British bastard. Why does everyone think you smell like shit? What is wrong with the main character? Is the main character a self-insert for the gamers who will be playing the game? Oh, what's that smell? That guy fucking stinks.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
Sure. I don't know what the fuck that game's about, but thumbs up. I like the smelly bit. So this wasn't Escape the Backrooms. This is a whole different Backrooms game. What the? Yo, they got the Rainbow Six drone. Okay. Eyeball. Read me. Was that piano playing Zant song from Twilight Princess? I heard that. Shock. Tape 101. Looks good. Push bar to open. It's already a demo.
For eternity, I struggled to become an aspect of courage, freedom.
He plays sports. He said, "I ball. I ball. I do be balling." You can tie me up. You get one.
So much.
I might have to shoot you the next time.
Angels. Let it in. Let it
Let's go.
Let it burn your soul.
Ow, my eyes. Youch. There's a game I played that looked like this, like combat-wise. I can't remember what it's called. Whoa! Holy blocks. Holy blocks! Their asses are blocking. See, this is a good action game. Unlike the other action games they've been showing that are just boring and slow and tedious. This one, you just go in. Look at that. That guy died. I don't even know what he just did to him. My bridge. Unawake. Reality art.
First up, we saw Darklight Survivor. Maybe one of the games we've seen that kind of blew our mind a little bit. You had top-down, you had third person, and something else.
Something else.
Oh, the instantaneous switch, of course, between top-down and third person, but then the pixel art, being able to instantaneously
adapt to.
That's
it's
insane.
really sick.
Yeah, combining both those features, because you said it and I was like, wait, is that what it's doing? I had to.
Yeah, you can sort of like just toggle it.
That's such a crazy.
My understanding.
Such a crazy feature.
So it's a game like a roguelike game.
Yeah.
And a little bit kind of like Vampire Survivors in the style of Megabunk. So you can either have the top-down view, first-person view, whatever you prefer, and you swap all the time. Sick.
I think it's interesting to think about the strategy element of that probably that comes into play, like when you're fighting certain things.
Yeah, maybe some
Maybe if
bosses
you're seeing
it's
a
useful
boss,
to
Because
swap.
on the surface, it seems like it's just like it's a personal preference thing, but it might actually have its place in like the gameplay loop. Like if you're in a certain situation, like, I should go top down.
Or maybe depending the skill that you
I should have
use.
nuked when they were
'cause
talking
you
about
may think that it's
RuneScape.
just like a gimmick for a different
Die,
viewpoint or filter or
RuneScape.
whatever. But the idea that you could use it tactically as a gameplay mechanic too is really cool.
Aiming for early access in late Q1 of 2026. They already have a demo out that a lot of people have played, and we've said this a lot of times. One of my favorite parts about these devs already is that they have listened to their players who have played the demo. They made it a point to tell us, like, we've made 6 patches in the demo based on player feedback, and I think that's super important, especially for a game that looks as good as this, because it can be a lot of fun. You know, roguelike survival with mechanics we've never seen before, as far as I'm aware, so it should be fun. Next up, we had Tape 101, a game that's probably too scary for Jake to play. If I had to.
I had to literally cradle him while we were watching that. I thought he was gonna
All these
cry.
things are true. Yeah, you guys know me so well.
What I appreciated about it is it's not a jump scare game.
Yeah, they've stressed they don't want to do jump scares. It's specifically psychological, mind melty, unnerving horror.
You will not have jump scares, but you will have nightmares.
You know the thing is, that sounds like something that
I gotta
developer
piss.
of a
I'm
game
gonna
that
go
has
piss
jump
while they're
scares
talking
in it
about
said.
games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no jump scares.
Yeah, there's.
You said they sound like my chat anytime I play a scary game. No,
I feel like you just have trust issues because of unresolved problems.
You're 20 hours in. That's when you're gonna finally see the jump scare, and it's gonna be one big gotcha.
Honestly, I would kind of respect them for doing
That would be
I'd
awesome.
like,
I was definitely unnerved by just the music, whatever's going on in the background. They did a great job.
But there's cool little twists to the backgrounds
It
too,
kind of
right?
feels at times that you're also hallucinating because of like the camera.
Well, it's
angle.
like video camera, and
Yeah.
you were in an RC car during certain points, like exploring it. We had nested lands as well. It's a village in survival, like village management in survival type of game, where obviously very medieval. A lot of, I mean, what was the last shot? Like throwing bodies on a fire?
Yeah. Bring out your dad. I will say, I love management games. I love management games and sim games, village management sim games. Like this is right up my alley.
This feels like Manor Lords meets survival. So it has a different viewpoint, and you got to take care of not just yourself, but everyone around you.
If you don't, your entire village is just gonna be.
Yeah, they even show you the burning bodies. Like, yeah, sorry, you lost some of your peeps.
Yep.
Better make
Done.
better decisions.
What I liked was seeing the blend of like, obviously you're playing as this person and you have to survive. And he was like hunting stuff and like that, but I imagine you're also recruiting people for your settlement as like the king, and then you have to like choose who to recruit and build on a village.
Initially, it may start with you doing the micromanagement, but you eventually can assign villagers to go do the forage, go
Kind of like
hunting.
in Power World, how your pals become your workers without a wage.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then finally we had Unawake, a game, a first-person action game, mixed kind of a little bit of fantasy. You're battling hordes with melee, ranged weapons. It's hack and slash. It's roguelike. Looks like kind of like a Doom Skyrim to me.
I mean, honestly, the art direction was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, those environments, you see them, and it's just.
It's very pretty.
No, but something about it, I don't even know if I have a comparison. For some reason in the back of my mind, this probably won't make it. Mordor-esque, like, it just looked really good.
Yeah, Mordor.
Very dark version of Mordor, but lighting
atmosphere.
Yeah, that's
It's like a bummer version of hell.
Some notes they gave us: expected to launch early access late 2026 as well. They are designing the game to be moddable after release, which I think is really cool. People who like
How long has this been going on?
They specifically called out it's a central skill
2 hours.
and stat tree that is similar
There's
to
an
Path of
hour
Exile,
left, I
but
think.
more approachable. So, it's not going to break
expect a skill forest instead of a skill tree.
Skill force, lots of complexity, lots of interlocking skills, layers of progression.
So I think a lot of it's going to be a game for people who really like their builds of things and like, okay, how can I specialize in this?
Oh, dude, I'm doing this all day. Just
Did you know that
Do that for me one more time. Just show me the
and then the double sword grab they were doing. And the fact it's moddable, I would love to see the direction that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's so much potential. You could have modders come in, do additional levels, boss fights, romance. Unironically, you could add that if you want it. Like, lots of potential.
I think it's the world is too dark for that stuff.
Well, with that attitude, yeah. But maybe with romance, it wouldn't be so dark.
Love can exist anywhere.
A mod could brighten the world up a little bit.
Next up, we have a very exciting segment where we actually got to sit down with the executive producer over all of the Warhammer 40K series, as I understand it, Anatoly Shestov.
By enemies from within. By enemies from without. By enemies from beyond.
Imagine you're playing inside Warhammer universe by the guys who can't use the army, who need to find this particular person in charge of bad things to make Imperium stand for one more day before crumbling to dust. That's basically how I would describe it. Just imagine the true Warhammerish stories where no choices are good, but you don't have an option to go away. You need to get your hands dirty, and it's just a matter of how precisely you will achieve this. One of the most significant changes that any player would experience compared to the Rogue Trader would be more stakes, more value in a surrounding, in any environment that you're playing with. The covers, the line of sights, we redo how they are calculated, how they are working, and how much benefit they providing.
Hey guys, look, Persona. Let's watch this real quick. Go through the Persona thing that happened today.
松沢のネキでございます。さてこの番組は今年
Are there gonna actually be English
30周年を
captions?
迎えます
No.
ペルソナシリーズの記念グッズ、そしてイベントなどの
I don't know if there was an
最新情報を
English version of this. Probably not. I don't think they really cared that much to do it. We'll just go off context clues. Persona. What did they show? It's on the table here. In the Velvet Room book. Wow, Persona 4. I love that game. Hey, Persona 1. I think. Oh, hell no. Did I just... Oh, they so gay. They put Joker and Akechi together. They know. They know what the community knows. They know the community loves putting those two together. I mean, Atlas does too. They made them both like Jesus. Without saying it, they really wanted to, but they didn't say it. Are they just talking about Persona 4 right now? Hello, sir.
2026年、今年でペルソナシリーズは誕生30周年でご覧ください。それではまずこちらの年グッズ。
Oh, they're selling these? Oh, that's cool. Too bad it's only gonna be in Japan, huh? All these little things. I'd buy a Joker stand. Maybe a Makoto one, because Makoto... Oh, I want Katone too, though. The badges. Oh, they're gonna show a close-up of these. What is he doing? His ass is always showing off. Cut it out, Joker. Oh, I like that Katone one a lot. I like that pose she hid. Wonder 2 is showing off. What are you doing? Cut that out. They be doing too. Does Maya have pink guns? I didn't know she had that. This guy be always doing the most. I can't with Joker. Oh, what is that? Like little stands of the games. I want that Persona 4 one. I like Persona 4's the original artwork. Persona 5's original artwork is good. Are they still talking about Warhammer? Yep, they are. Who cares? It's Persona section, baby. Wait. Yep, still Warhammer. Ooh, that Joker pin's good. What are they messing with there? What is that? Why did it open up like that? I don't know what that is. Go ahead in that fuck ass pose. Holy aura, this logo goes crazy. What was that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. Dollar Tree? Like the Dollar Tree logo. I would come if I was able to go to one of these concerts. But I think they're only in Japan, right? And if they aren't, they're in like some fuck ass city that I'm not near. I'm assuming these are all Japanese, like in Japan. There's a Sanrio thing again. Round 1, yo, bowling. Shinji! I thought that was like catchy at first, and I was like, oh wait, this is Persona 3. That's Shinji. He looks so funny without his fuck ass jacket on.
ね、なんかそれぞれがなんからしいですよね。
Get him out that pin.
コロマルのことですか。
Save that dog. He's stuck. Why does he have
それぞれが
maracas?
なんからしくて可愛いですよね。いや、こが1月
Why did they give Nick?
30日からなんと5月
Don't say that out loud. Why did they give him
そして全国のラウンド
maracas?
1で
I almost just spoiled the fuck out of Persona 3.
が3月1日から31日までの期間限定で
Okay, I guess.
だとかするのコラボ機ないでご賞時発売予定全賞 B 賞はもちろんのこと C
They're so gay. Look at them. How cute. A cute little couple. They come together too, by the way. They're looking at each other. Are they? Maybe not. I think he's actually looking at Morgana. Regardless, they come together. A and B. Akechi's taller than Joker. Ooh, the all-out attack things over here. That looks cool.
賞から H 賞は初公開となっております。すごいすごい、ね、いい全部いいですよね。完璧にいい。どれがこれさまたさおおこのタオラーなんだよね。
Whoa.
さ全体的にいろんなところから楽しめるのが本当に最高なんだよな。これいいね。本当に
Dude, Joker has so much aura, bro.
全然これみんなに届かなくてもいい。
His design is just so good.
すごい独占したいぐらい。
Every statue I see of him is always fucking fire.
奥の目とガン見しては1月3日続いてペルソナ5ザロイヤル2つ目のコラボ情報は
Are they still talking about Warhammer? Yes, they
エ
are.
クササイズソフトフィットボクシング3 Your でパーソナルトレーナー
Oh yeah, I forgot they put Persona music in
なん
Fit
と
Box.
追加コンテンツペルソナ5ザロイヤルコラボバッグ登場いたします。しかも T シャツ着てる。
Oh yeah.
この方はペルソナ
The
ファン
shirt.
です。そうだね。いいね、好感度大。おお。あの T シャツもいいな。からスタート。抽選で限定イラストを使用。
They're selling a cover with Joker on it. That kind of goes
オ
hard.
リジナルグッズこちら。なんとパッケージ。はい。合計100名
That actually goes kind of hard. I can't lie.
意外と頑張ったら100名だったら。
What? Where did she get the Morgana car? I didn't see that.
いけるかもしれません。はい。
And the what's
で
it
すので
called?
キャンペーン期間中他のキャラクタ
The
ーも
merch.
登場予定とのことでお見逃し
Her
な
ass got the
く。
Morgana mobile. Okay.
さて今回ご紹介した情報をおさらいいたしましょう。
Showing all the stuff
はい、
they're
イベント
doing.
を楽しみ。ミッション。
What is this? I really wish I knew how to read Japanese. What are they just talking about? All the mangas they've made? Hey, I have all of these. I almost have all. No, actually, I do have all the Mementos missions. I don't have all of these though. Persona 5 manga. I think they're up to 10 now. I'm at 7. I didn't even know they made Persona 1 mangas. That's cool.
1月25日、その他は1月30日から一部無料公開スタートです。何を隠そう、最初のペルソナ最初コミックスから入ってるので本当に面白いんですよ。そうなのか。
Oh, that was in. Persona 3 on Nintendo Switch 2. Whoa. Yo, gotcha game. Wow. Are they still? They're still talking about Warhammer.
Anatoly describe how the team wanted to revisit some
Goodbye,
of those things that are
Persona
taken
section.
for granted in RPGs,
I'll miss you.
like the concept of just an enemy.
'Cause
Well,
now
you
we're
fight
on
until all the enemies
Warhammer.
are dead, and that's it. But
Oh,
the team went
brother.
back and was like, that doesn't like necessarily make sense. Like sometimes
I don't mean to
like,
be
you
mean
just
to
blow his
Warhammer.
head
I
off, you
just don't care,
exploded that
bro.
guy. I'm covered in John. You know, like I'm gonna run away now.
I played one of the games
That
and
just
the
makes
combat
sense.
was
I
fun
love
at
that
least.
Description he gave. Yeah, I love that.
Because it was just like kill a bunch of
That's a question
monsters,
for the
but
group
dude,
that I wanna
I could
start
care
off
less
with
about
this.
the lore.
How do you play these games? Like, okay, now we know this critical system. You can blow their arm off. You can maim them, and they will surrender. Maybe
We know how she's gonna play it.
So the choice, like,
make it as miserable as possible.
Let me take one arm and then feed him that arm while I take off the other arm. Oh, are you surrendering? I can't hear what you're saying.
Too late.
Yeah.
I think he understands me. There are some things that are really exciting about this game, and I cannot wait to try it. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this one.
And I can't stress enough, Owlcat Games, they know what they're doing when it comes to CRPGs. Like, they are not to be messed with. They know what they're doing, and I think this is one to keep an eye on for sure.
Next up, a few games that I would consider kind of couch co-op games that I would have fun sitting.
Oh,
and
hell
playing
yeah, the
with
bus
people, like at a party or with my family. This is
Oh,
going to
wait
be
a minute.
Towerborn, coming from Stoic and Xbox Game
Are we gonna show the bus
Studios. We
game
have Sprint
first?
City from Double Dutch Games. These are the creators of Speedrunner, and Dinch Attack, coming from Undercoders.
Oh, beat him up.
I would describe this as a brawler meets action RPG. This is an awesome entry into the brawler space as somebody who tends to play a lot of RPGs and MMOs. So I have a lot of brain space and like, I want to make really cool builds. A little less so in like, how do I actually dodge and get out of things and find my openings? Early on, I was able to kind of compensate for that by finding nice little gear and little pieces to put together to eventually build my brawler skill set. And I find myself kind of going back and forth as we play test between like, oh, I'm finding something that's a little different.
Beat 'em ups to me always look good,
with my gear set in order to tweak
it's
things,
like,
or like, is there a different skill that I should
it feels
pick
like
up
the
for
one
this
genre of
particular
games
encounter,
that hasn't
and then be able to go
grown
dive right
since
back
the
in.
beginning
player
of
is
time.
Ace, which is a deathless defender of humanity.
Like, I feel like
which
they're
is
all the
currently,
same thing,
sequestered away
which isn't a
on
bad thing. I
Belfry.
mean, I think they nailed the formula. It's good. It's just that I don't like beat 'em ups that much to keep playing the same shit over and over for them. I'll do that for other games, but not really like beat 'em ups. Like, I played Scott Pilgrim. I think I have played all the beat 'em ups I need to play in my life.
As they can, getting refugees to safety.
But I'm sure they're good games.
Battling the beastkin that have risen.
Because it literally just looks like Scott Pilgrim, which I thought was a good game.
Ultimately attempting to find out why did numbers fall and what conspiracy is still brewing there.
We wanted players to experience a brawler type combat inside Diablo style RPG gear sort of system, and so we spent a lot of time.
Why was that guy
over the
laughing at
last
me? Fuck you.
6
Kill that
months
guy.
or so, taking a ton of feedback from our
The
players.
hell is your
to really
problem?
kind of hone
Big
that,
punch.
that particular system. So players should be able to come in, pick one of the 4 classes that we have. They'll see a whole new set of skills. They'll find a whole bunch of new equipment. And the idea should be that they should feel like one of several heroes going in and just beating up a bunch of like awesome monsters. We've tried to add new enemies, new lieutenants, and new bosses. I think people are gonna feel like quite the adventure as they go into the updated version of Towerborn. Stoic has always tried to be player first. When we decided to do early access for Towerborn, a lot of that was born out of we had a vision of trying to evolve the brawler into something bigger, something that hadn't really been done before. You can see other games have taken different routes. You know, some have taken kind of the roguelite route, some stayed into the traditional. We wanted to kind of expand into more like the true action RPG. And in order to do that, early access was very, very important to figure out what was going to work and what wasn't. Simultaneously, we didn't want to be caught in early access limbo, right? Like, I'm sure this is the kind of things that,
You know, it was
that you
funny.
love to talk about. I love to talk about
This guy's
them, too.
talking
I
about
did
like
not
early
stay in
access
early
helped
access
them.
for 7 years.
I think
Our
the guy who's
intent and
interviewing
purpose
them,
was
they did like a
we
hot
need
take
to come out of
section in the
early
beginning. I'm pretty sure he was the one that
and
said
there is a
early
certain
access
point where
ruined
you just
gaming or something like that.
collect everything. Most of the feedback that's coming in either kind of falls into an existing
His ass was
category.
furious
Maybe
when he
a
heard
lot of
them say
people have
early
said the same.
access.
You know,
What?
Maybe you might get something new, but you look at it and you're like, yes, it's new, but it's not reaching the, kind of urgency that some of these other things are. We have a good list of things now. This is kind of what
It's
the
the
players have told
traitor.
us. We need to really deliver on that. And the best way we can deliver on that is just, put your head down, focus, and create an experience that I believe is worthy of coming out of early access, that people should look at that and say like, oh, okay, I see why you did it. Absolutely was worth it. I can see a clear night and day difference between what is in live right now and what I am receiving when you go into the 1.0.
One of the big pieces was that folks were big fans of certain pieces of actual gear that you would earn through the game. But there was no cosmetic version of that, and so you had to make the choice of like, do I want to look good?
start emoting.
Or do I want to look a little janky but more powerful? And so we added the ability to be able to create a cosmetic version of the gear that you earn through writs, which are earned through completing adventures.
And so the idea initially with Towerborn was we just want to make a fun beat 'em up with a light story in the background. We weren't really going to lean into kind of the stoic narrative strength that we have. We just kind of wanted to take a bit of a breather. And we had expected, perhaps incorrectly, that the community would see it for what it is and be okay with it. But it turned out a lot of people were like, wait, you have something very interesting in the background here. You know, we actually really want to know what's going on. We really would like something more clearly leading us through. And so we've spent a very significant amount of time and resource to put a narrative from the jump. And so there's an arc now. There's a primary antagonist. You will understand that antagonist.
Well, I have all these interviewees had like a filter on.
So there's probably
I feel like it distracts me whenever I watch these people get interviewed. I'm just looking at their background, just start clipping.
Players can look forward to it.
Like I just keep noticing that that guy's headrest keeps popping in and out. I think I just have some kind of brain mal. Yo! Okay, Boss Gabe. This Gabe looks funny as fuck. Oh, that bus going foolish. Bro hit an ollie. This game looks insane. Yo, what's up, Salad? Welcome in. How you doing?
Hello, we're the Coders, and in the studio based in Barcelona. Recently, we've been focused on developing 3D platformers, but our studio is heavily influenced by arcade classics, Japanese culture, and extreme sports games. And Dense Attack is our dream project, a step forward for the studio combining everything we love. In Dense Attack, you'll discover a not-so-distant future Japan in which local railways have been abandoned and are now used by underground gangs to compete in illegal contests of train acrobatics. You'll have to rack up points by chaining tricks, explore huge levels, race against rival crews, and uncover a wild story as you travel through Japan, taking the railways back.
Japan!
You're making a game that is not just about what you do, but how you do it. It's expressive, stylish, and totally up to you. From our first trips in the late 90s, we've been obsessed by traveling across Japan by train and being able to dive into the local culture, getting to know the architecture, the landscapes, the folklore, and we're always captivated by the sheer contrast of their peaceful countryside and the high energy of its huge cities, which somehow feels connected and part of the same cultural rhythm. It's a never-ending source of inspiration that has been fueling our creative energy throughout all the years and has now materialized in Dense Attack. On your adventure, you'll find a variety of challenges to move forward, from trip pack arenas to compete for high scores to objective-based exploration levels and even racing circuits.
The world is packed with a bunch of unique characters from different
But
gangs
she have a
and
Mario
personalities
Kart
that you will have
arcade
to face
poster
on
behind
your
her.
journey through Japan. And with every new challenge, you will grow as a Dense Attacker and further add to the chaos. We've handcrafted every stage from the ground up, pulling from real-world locations to make every landscape different but recognizable. You will go really fast, but if you look closely, you'll
This
catch
game looks
references
like
to every
a lot
corner
of
of
fun.
Japanese culture.
You'll be fighting wild boss battles against gang
There's
leaders, which
boss
will
battles,
test
that kinda goes
everything that
crazy.
you've learned.
Boss mech!
These are always full of surprises. You'll never know what secret technique your
Watch
rival
out,
hides,
boss.
so you'll have to get creative to work on them with your train. They're a mix of spectacle, personality, and challenge that one could expect for an
This
anime-style
shit fucking
showdown mid-game.
rules.
Dense Attack is a
Is
love
this
letter
game of
to
the
anime,
year?
skate games, and Japan's iconic train system. If you like Jet Set Radio, Tony Hawk, or Dense to Go, you can't miss this train.
Dense to go.
Unintended.
What is that? Now I gotta look that up.
We can wait to show you more.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Dense Attack. It's the best game in the world. See ya.
A train simulating game? Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Hello, Mr. Hello.
Wishlist now. Wishlist now. We can share. Wishlist now. We can't wait to show you more.
That shit is very hard to say. Wish list. Wish list. Okay, maybe it's not that hard for me. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder for me to say. This does look like speedrunners.
Talked to McLaren and Shayna, and they were awesome and very chatty about their game, and for all good reasons. They were an early access game. It's they want to focus more on the RPG side of things, but technically speaking, looter, brawler, side scroller, like you said, meant to be
like Castle Crashers.
Yeah, that is definitely the most common comparison they get, but along those lines of couch co-op, you want to play with a buddy or play with whoever's next to you, and they are actually an early access game, now going to full release. So this is their big update to justify the full release, but it was already definitely justified. Upon full release, we're looking at 170 plus missions. What they say is probably around 20 plus hours of content, and they also want to focus on these builds, which lead to an ultimate replayability. So there's also a difficulty bar they're going to be adding to all of this. They have a level that is going to be called, I believe, Brutal. And from what I'm being told, it will be extremely difficult, but the game is meant to be replayed plenty, with you focusing on what builds you actually want as you play through it all.
There's definitely a huge market for co-op couch gaming right now in a world of like online multiplayer. I feel like that's kind of a lost art. You saw success of games like Split Fiction, stuff like that. So.
For those of you who are lonely without friends, I relate to you. I actually played this game by myself every time I have played it, and I still had a blast.
And for those who haven't checked out the original, with this big update though, also introducing a new biome. You have new bosses. The enemies you fight against have new styles of combat.
Yeah,
so they are really introducing a full-fledged game that was already pretty fleshed out to begin with, but they're wanting people to be like, okay, this is technically a new game. So for those who are expected to stumble across this, you are getting a brand new side scroller with so much replayability.
And it's another situation where they took a ton of feedback from early access.
Yes, heavily community focused. Again, we've said it many a times. A lot of these devs know how to listen to feedback because those are their diehards, and they have definitely done that.
Next up, we had Dinch Attack.
I like Train.
I love these.
You tried to steal it from me, but I was taking that.
I love these guys.
Who doesn't like trains?
I love these guys.
This is my favorite Japan-inspired game ever.
I had seen this game before, but I didn't
That's
really
crazy.
understand what it even was. But now I understand what it is, the inspirations. Like, it makes sense. As weird as it is to say that an acrobatic train game makes sense to me, it makes sense now.
Yeah, because we were talking, what, like Temple...
That is a game for the new generation.
Like,
yes.
Temple Runner X, like TikTok.
Yeah, you see it's under a Joe Rogan clip on TikTok, like to keep people's attention.
But in the best of way, because also I love doing this kind of format because you see a different side of those devs. Like, they went out of their way to send us that stuff, and we get to see a different side of them, and to see and connect to the faces behind it and see their enthusiasm.
They're so fun.
Yeah.
How could they not make a fun game?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
The boss, the mecha train
The
thing.
mecha train
and, like,
boss
So
is
when I
sick.
heard there's gonna be a boss fight in the train acrobatics game, I was like,
At first
But it
glance,
works.
you're like, what is this? And then you realize you see more of it.
I
Like,
can't
wow,
wait
there's
to
a
know
lot
the
more to this.
storyline.
Exactly. So it seems fun and engaging, and then there's like, oh, there's a story behind this,
And
you're
there's
like,
real
okay.
bosses.
and real inspirations. Like,
So
they
it's a soul-
show you what has actually inspired them to make this Japanese style game.
Yes, I think.
Lovely. Train out of 10.
Next up in that group, we had Sprint City. That is coming from Double Dutch, which was the creators of Speedrunners, which is another very popular, couch game that people have played for a very long time. They have Speedrunners 2 already coming out, but this is a whole different game, but from the same creators.
This looks like a game that, in a good way, would really piss me off to lose to other people.
It looks like a game that would ruin friendships.
I would.
like
It looks like one of those side scrollers that I would fall so far behind where you can't even see the others, and it just kind of leaves you real upset.
First jump, and you're like, I'm gonna get it.
Turn the
eventually.
console. Turn the console off.
Get a bigger
Start
TV.
over.
Get a bigger
Well, I
TV
think
so
didn't you
can see
die?
where they're
Well,
at.
To
I guess
me,
it is a new
Sprint
game,
City
right?
is the game that.
But I think
you
in
are
Speedrunners,
over
if
at,
you
like, a
went too
party.
far
It's
back,
like
you
the Super
die.
Smash Bros. Effect.
You just
it's like
explode.
we played a round of Pong. Or
I think it's
something.
been a while
Now
since I
we wanna
played
play video
speedrunners, like
games
a
together.
literal
We're gonna go play
decade.
this, and people are gonna get pissed. And Jake and Rob are gonna get in a fist
That
fight.
game is
probably,
old.
And like,
And who do you think
Old
would win
ass.
that fist fight?
We already had this
Who do you
debate,
think
man.
would win that fit? Just look at the size of the feet. Pretty close, aren't? Yeah.
Did you guys ever play Overcooked with your families?
I did not, but I've watched people and I've seen it ruin relationships. I feel like
It can. It's the ultimate test of communication. In this case, my understanding is the game is much
So
more
think about when me and
competitive,
Zuno played Overcooked. Mind you, this guy has actually worked in food service. I never have. Well, actually, no, that I take that back. I worked in Subway. What was I talking about? He worked in food service a lot longer than I
I feel
did.
like it's one of those games that's also probably very
Old buddy has no
and to be like
clutch gene in his bones.
Once you're hitting all the
Yeah, but you
proper
can't be too
places.
good. They're your friends.
Zuno's ass was panicking the whole time we were playing that game. I felt like Gordon Ramsay yelling at that
a set
guy.
of beautiful games.
Like,
in my
Zuno,
opinion.
please
This is
give
going
me
to be
some
Eternal
fucking
Life of Goldman from We Appy Studio and THQ Nordic. We have Dust Fade from Weird Beluga,
Fucking
and Fireshine,
donkey.
and another Fireshine game with Pugstorm called Core Keeper.
A weepy game. Why did he just kill that mouse?
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean he smashed?
What do you think? He fell from a great height.
Yeah, but he couldn't have... did he really die?
I imagine he was crushed to a pulp. Do you think they'll ever find his body?
Mom!
Okay, okay. I was just making sure you were paying attention.
Ooh, that level was bright. Jesus. That looks cool. Kinda Cuphead vibes. I could not get into Core Keeper. I think I streamed this game twice and I never streamed it again. Too bad. It's a pretty game though. I feel like if you love Terraria, you probably will love this game. Jackass. Void and Voltage. Is that like a different game? I think it was. It was like a different like spin-off of it. No, maybe. But now I'm confused. I don't know.
Do you want to die?
No. Not particular. Dumbass rolled into it. I can't. Oh! Watch out.
Surprise!
I don't mean to be mean to the devs, but this kind of looks like bad Kingdom Hearts gameplay.
Back time, my star. It'll be different, but
Not trying to be an asshole, but that's what they kind of give me the vibe of like a very bad Kingdom Hearts gameplay. He even has a Keyblade. Dude, I think he's even walking around like how Sora does. Don't touch my Keyblade, freak. Dusk Fade.
First, we had Eternal Life of Goldman that we just watched that trailer.
It looks so good.
Art style is crazy.
I love the hand-drawn vibe. Oh,
It looks like those classic.
It looks so good.
Classic animation.
It gives me also Cuphead too.
Cuphead, it's like Cuphead, Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Oh, and so they've had a previous trailer that was very unsettling because the narrative, the narration went from like comforting,
happy, and then it got really
to like dark and scary. This one, it was much more.
I miss the murder vibes.
But like it works. I'm so excited. I think it looks so good.
It's gonna be emotional. It seems like an emotional game that like people are gonna get tied to. Like you said, Hollow Knight. What was it? Celeste, sort of, maybe a little bit. I mean, game of the year. I don't know.
Whoa!
As people like to say about any game.
Yeah, they have a free demo launching in February, actually, so people can actually try it.
I love the narration, and I can't wait to see more behind it.
Like we touched on, I think it's one of those games that people will play because it's like a challenging platformer, side-scrolling type game, and then you're gonna be sobbing by the end of it.
Yeah, it just seems very like they tell you just enough to pique your interest. They don't tell you much in the trailer,
and then they're gonna emotionally destroy.
Yeah, and it seems very dark, and you're like, well, why?
And hopefully set you up perfect for a sequel.
Yeah. Oh, you never know.
Hand painted. As well, hand drawn.
I don't even know how you do that though. Like, how do you hand draw a game? That's crazy.
See, hopefully next year we have
people more talented than us. This is why we're sitting here. And
I'm like, where are the frames at? What do you?
That's one of the games that would be really cool to go do a dive on in the studio. Like, I want to see.
I want to see what
how you did this. We want to come and see.
We'll go.
We will fly there. I promise.
Next up, then we had Core Keeper, a game that you two especially are very familiar with. We have an update coming where you're going to be able to have a massive update with the Northern Biome on January 28th. There's a new boss, there's next-gen weapons and armor, whole new stuff.
Yeah. I play this a lot with my wife. It's just like one of our couple games.
And it is just Core Keeper. I guess it's just like an expansion or something, or like the update name.
I played it a lot by myself. I started playing it, and suddenly I had over 100 hours in this game. I wish I could show off my base.
Yeah, I thought I was doing well. I mentioned it to Lua that I played Core Keeper, and I felt pretty good about where it was. And it's like, I have 100 hours, and I have this, and this. I'm like, okay, I'll just leave.
It's a great game. I had a lot of fun. It's one of these games you start, and suddenly you spent a week playing it.
Oh, you will lose yourself. The other night, we stayed up till 1 a.m. playing it when we meant to play till 11, and it's just because.
It's good.
Yeah, it's just one more run through the mines. I'll be right back.
How would you define this game to someone who hasn't seen it?
I mean, I would say it's Stardew Valley, kind of meets Terraria, but it's like procedurally generated, up to 8-player co-op, so you can play with all of your friends, unless you have way more friends than me. And it's just. Every run is going to be different because it's all based on seeds, so you can have different save files for different friends and pairings. It's really, really cool.
You can actually use your same character in different save files. So if you're playing by yourself or in your friend's server, you can use the same character, or you can make a new character for their server. So it's kind of like you can visit their home.
And boss fights. I forgot about that.
Oh, the boss fights are so good.
Stardew Valley, more combat focused, but also co-op and boss fights.
So different boss fights have different mechanics. The boss system in this game is actually excellent. I have killed, I think, all of the bosses on the game as of right now, so I can't wait for the update, for the new stuff.
For a new one.
Then finally in that section, we had Dusk Fade from Weird Beluga and Fireshine.
That's the one right there. That's the one.
They say it is a love letter to the golden era of 3D action platforming like Jak and Daxter in Ratchet
That's
and
exactly
Clank.
that whole era, like the PS1, that is PS2 era. That's what
I'm kind
was
of tired. What game is
Yeah,
this
Ratchet
again?
and Clank.
Yeah, and then there's boss fights with dodge rolls and health bars, so therefore it is a Souls-like.
And we saw so many different environments too.
Well, you know, like some games.
Oh,
you see
the game that I
gameplay-
thought was Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I was gonna say, like, you see some gameplay and you just like, you know, it's gonna feel good.
Jack and Daxter. I guess I can see that too.
Yeah,
There's so much.
I don't know. I didn't
And then
play
you actually play it,
Jack
and
and
you get
Daxter 2 or 3
Yeah, and you're
because
like,
it
ah,
wasn't
not
the
that
first
good, but
one.
I will get there.
So maybe they're right.
It looks very, very good.
It's like
How's
it's
Gamers Anonymous?
like a fun game.
The setup,
like would
you
let
know,
your
now that
kids
you
play
said
as
that, the
well.
setup kind of does look fucking
Combination of all that.
funny.
You even saw like a little bit of Kingdom Hearts there, a little bit.
I'm in an intervention right now.
Yeah, the sword.
Yeah.
When
The
devs
showcase has
describe a
been
game as
fine.
a love
It's
letter
been
to a
alright.
certain genre
I think
or to other games
towards
and are
the end
not
it's been
afraid to
getting better,
embrace
even
that,
though I know I sound dead ass tired.
It's a level,
I think they've been showing better games at the end. But the beginning was
I know what I have.
And respect.
So I can call it a love letter because I know when they see it, they're gonna.
too many survival games. Oh my god, it's still going, Jesus.
Next up, we have Shadow of the Road coming from Owlcat as well, with Another Angle Games being the dev. There is Starfinder from Epic Tellers, as well as Gallipoli from Black Mill Games.
Citizens of Nippon, a new dawn rises upon your land.
Speaking of survival games, this looks like another one. Oh boy.
We bring prosperity to
Does this one have a hunger meter?
your nation ripples with mutiny.
The guy's sitting on the chair backwards. The guy with the laptop, he needs to turn his chair around.
This demands the sacrifice of
What the
those
fuck?
who stand in the way of progress. On behalf of your glorious Emperor Mutsuhito,
We're in like ancient Japan, but they just summon like mech arms. What just happened? What the fuck? I'm so confused. Is that a monkey? That shit had a monkey face. This looks like a boy. I'm so confused what I just watched. Okay, man. We were like in ancient Japan, and then all of a sudden, mechs just started popping out, and I was completely lost.
Here to tell you about our first game, Starfinder Afterlight, licensed from Paizo. At its core, Starfinder Afterlight is a party-based RPG in a universe that mixes technology and magic. We focus on creating great storytelling inspired by movies like Guardians of the Galaxy or shows like Firefly.
Oh, okay, so we're just not gonna show anything, alright. Wait.
While in the game you will create your own character, in the
That
demo
is
you play
not
as
what
one
I
of
was
the
expecting to see.
Sterling.
So you give orders? Naughty.
Did the character I played just say that to me?
Thanks to the success of our Kickstarter, our game will have full voiceover. The dialogue system is the main way to introduce the player.
I love that
to
I
the lore
said
of
the games were getting better as it went on, and we've gotten like 2 mobile-ass looking games. No offense. Society. Dude, there's roles. Wait. Provatech, it's your game. You love dice. Oh, this is a reedy-ass
If you
game.
have the sudden, weird feeling of being naked, it's Lou. Her gaze is like an X-ray
They're
machine.
pandering to me.
By the looks on her face, she either
I feel like
thinks
they were
you're a
pandering more
joke
to you before. You like those survival open world games, I think, more than all of us do.
That was
That's like
our
you and
narrator,
Bagel.
Roger Clark, known from the Red Dead Redemption series, giving the right space western feeling we're looking for in the game.
Yeah, sorry to ruin happy hour for you, but I have bad news about the big one and the runt. Don't worry, I promise not to say I told you so.
Lou here is referring to Taiko and Cole, our friends, that after a heist gone wrong, should meet us here.
Can we talk to the squid
Lou seems
preacher?
to know something
Like the
about
fucking... That's just sitting over there? Who's that guy?
If you push
What's the
Lou
Nautilus
about the
doing over there?
information she's skipping, She's going to be annoyed, and that will lower your approval with her and limit your potential romance options.
Hold on,
Make the roll
hotshot.
treat
I
like anything
own
other
the
than the
info.
D20
I choose
PNG.
how to deliver it. All right. They were ambushed at Secubot offices. They knew they were coming, so now the odd couple needs our help. Happy now?
Oh no. Lou123 is mad at me.
We start the combat right away. The security robots are looking for us and are waiting outside the bar.
Time for my close-up.
The game uses the battle-tested system of Pathfinder 2nd Edition with 3 actions per turn. Lou already starts in a very good place.
You know,
She's a support
I think I
character,
would
so
love
it's
to be
better
like on
for
one
her
of these
to
showcase things, like how there are, like when they like start talking in the Gamer Anonymous section. But then we would get to the point where we had to talk about these games, or they would give me like a Souls game to talk about, and I would be like, I wouldn't know how to not be me.
Now, for Sterling, what makes more sense is to close our distance.
Especially if you give me a Souls game, I'd be like, it looks terrible. The combat looks slow and uneventful. Youch!
For combat,
Youch!
we decided to stay away from a grid-based system that gave the feeling of a tabletop simulator.
That robot fucking sucks, bro. He missed 3 in a row.
Time for my close-up.
Dude, this game is annoying. Why are they quipping? This shit is Bubsy. Waiting for his turn to attack. Yeah, but at least it looks cool. I haven't seen one cool looking attack in any Souls game ever. Except Night Ring, kind of. But Bagel said that one looks bad, so I don't know.
Gallipoli is a hardcore multiplayer first-person shooter set in the Middle Eastern theater of World War I. It features authentic weapons, locations, and factions that you play with 50-player servers. How we approach it is we have a unique blend of arcade, where we don't compromise on is picking the locations.
I heard good news about Night Ring. I did too.
The weapons,
I think Bagel just doesn't like when his Souls games have style.
Uniforms that are
It's almost like it literally just looks like Elden Ring, but enemies don't just do
we go quite deep on the history,
just big ass slash. They do big cool lightning attacks sometimes, where they fly around and start doing cool shit.
Game is a bit more approachable. So
like it just looked like Elden Ring to me. I don't know what was so bad about it.
Subgenre in the shooters as well. If you
Look
wield one of
cooler
the
than Elden
rifles
Ring.
in the game, the bolt action rifles, you expect it to be one shot, one kill. The rest of the game is built around
I won't play
that
it
premise.
because the combat looks like ass,
yes,
but
rifles are one shot kill, but then again,
at least it looks more interesting.
That somebody goes around the corner and kills the entire team within 1 second. So especially in multiplayer with fairness concept must be
I went crazy with the
everything is
pistol.
built
Turn
sort of
around!
Making sure that the game feels fair, so that there's a balance between in the gunplay that needs to happen.
What was that?
The way we handle spawning and how quick you are back into the battle. You're very quick to be in combat here. There's other quirky weapons that are part of the arsenals, but these are accurate. They were used. We don't do experimental weapons. We try to stay as accurate as possible when we model them. The locations we picked. Using some geodata,
I'm sure there's some 40-year-old man that's watching this and is pogging at how realistic they got World War I stuff down.
You have a difficulty reloading your weapon, for instance, and that has custom animations to it. So it's quite elaborate. Not a lot of games, if at all, do this, where it's really dynamic based on what happens, and still fair in a way that the rules are predictable. It's not a random jamming system. It's really dependent on what the player
Your
does.
gun
One
can
of the cooler
jam?
things
Wait,
is
that's
that,
kinda funny.
you can now build stuff together. Part of the game mode will be that
Just
you
shooting a-
construct objectives and machine guns and
That's another
and
thing
other
games
things
should do more
together.
often, because
It's
that's
kind of
funny.
Like our evolution of
That's
the
like
game mode we have
the
in
shooter's
It's
equivalent of
also,
just tripping,
taken to 11, where it's really you fight
like
over
tripping in a
certain area, once it's
platformer.
captured, you have to
But the gun
construct
jams in the
things
shooter.
together and then
Just
to
shooting.
consolidate your position
Shit.
to secure it.
Guys, first we looked at Shadow of the Road there. Story tactical driven RPG.
We're hoping this game will also
in
have
Japan,
their
but also
fans.
some, like,
Military
supernatural stuff
secrets.
going on.
Okay, so I actually played the
Oh
demo
yeah,
for
I
this
forgot
game,
about that lore.
and
Isn't
it
that
was
War
super fun.
Thunder,
It
right?
felt kind of like an XCOM
Or World of Tanks, one of those
meets, like,
goofy ass
Samurai,
games.
But they were like
They were
very
like
unique
talking about
twists. The final fight in the demo is actually
secrets
really
in
sick.
fucking
I hope
their
you enjoy
Discord.
It. There was like cool mechanics, and I don't know. Give the demo a go and
They had
fun
Edward
stuff. If you like
Snowden
the
in their
kind of,
fucking
like,
Discord.
XCOM, tactical,
Chatting leaks.
Maybe even a little bit of like the Baldur's Gate type. Definitely check it out.
Probably
There's
both.
a late 2026 release.
That was one of them, I
for
can't
this
remember.
game. I would
Probably
say,
was both, who knows.
to me, someone who doesn't play these types of games, I just think the storyline, or not the storyline, like the environment is cool. It's Japan with supernatural elements. Like you saw that big robot walking around.
Sci-fi samurai. I feel like that's like a trend now. Is like taking certain settings and combining it with sci-fi. That's really cool.
I'm not sure I would say it's sci-fi, but I would say like mythology. It's just some really sick stuff. There is a lot of exploration, and exploration is actually quite cool. You can like change things in the world.
Then we had Starfinder coming from Epic Tellers. That's going to be an early access.
They had nothing to
in
say about that game.
2026 as of right now, and the demo is actually going to be available soon during Steam Next Fest. So when this airs, that will be a month away.
So I actually got to talk with the devs. They were very happy that the Kickstarter was doing so well. They also got a very good team in the voice acting team, and the game seems super exciting. I can't wait to hear more about it.
I mean, being built off of Pathfinder, I think you said 2nd edition?
Yes.
You know there's going to be a lot of depth and complexity when it comes to combat too. So, I mean,
I don't know what
I
Pathfinder
can
is.
see why people are excited. I can just certainly see.
But to me, what I can already appreciate looking at it is, okay, you guys obviously paid a lot of attention to your art style, being kind of like the Persona vibes of the pop-ups. I think is really cool, and as we know, the voice
Persona
acting
vibes
as well. I think they have a couple of notable names.
Sombra from Overwatch.
Yeah, so they put a lot of detail into those, which I can appreciate. Even
What?
as someone who doesn't.
And funnily enough, this character that I mentioned, that's this larvae with this grub.
I beg your pardon? Where were the Persona vibes?
A grub is
Was it just
actually
because there was
voiced by
portraits?
The same VA as
That's like 10 million
So,
RPGs that do portraits, man. The fuck is he talking about? Persona? The dog just got stomach off that. What's he talking about?
The voice acting in this game.
That's crazy.
Then we had World War I Gallipoli as our final one. Jake got to do another interview here
Pathfinder
with
D&D.
someone who, I mean, I remember you saying during
I
the
don't know
interview,
no
it felt like a high
Pathfinder.
school
I know
lesson.
Pathfinder the robot from Apex.
Yeah, it was awesome to talk to Josh.
Is
and
he in
gave me
D&D?
a real quick pronunciation lesson because luckily I got his name right and I didn't get the name of the game right because being from Iowa, I said Gallipoli, and it is pronounced Gallipoli. Long story short, Gallipoli is covering the
Gallipoli.
Ottoman front, the Eastern front throughout all of this, and what you'll find with Black Mill Games is they always have realistic weaponry for the side they're covering.
wonder how
for
many
the
more
time
we have
being
left.
World War I, and they don't miss that here.
It said 3
Uniforms,
hours.
there's so much attention to
I think
detail, and
3
they even have
plus
some unique
hours.
gameplay systems like
So
the
it's probably
suppression
almost
system,
done.
Where
Coolest thing.
it's basically like when the fire's coming in, like you'll start to struggle reloading and stuff.
I don't think I've ever seen, like, I'm sure, I don't know if it's been done or not, but I can't recall another game that's done that.
But it's so clever because of course you'd struggle reloading when bullets are whizzing
What
by.
that does for your level of immersion is,
And just to remind you guys, this game, I think they do have a PvP focus, but they're also working on a single-player campaign.
Yeah, they want to do it justice of telling stories of actual battles that did take
This is
place,
funny to me.
and they're going to continue this string.
Your character just starts fumbling, reloading.
What do you progress forward on as a studio? Like he's like, well, we got a lot to do still for World War I. It was a big war and it lasted a long
Now
time.
I want shooters
And
to
so
just
they're not
have
even
that.
done here, and luckily they have found themselves a diehard audience that wants to see this
I
story
just love
told,
dumb shit in
battle
video
to
games
battle,
just to
all
piss people
encompassing the
off.
same war.
Well, and it's such a fascinating way to be able to preserve.
And the gun
that
also backfires.
Piece of history. Yeah, exactly. Like in an interactive way where people can
Anything
kind of
that makes the player mad, I think is funny.
It was like in of course, a gamified version, but I think it helps educate a whole new generation on something that would otherwise kind of be forgotten.
Except Souls games. Those are bad rage bait games.
Okay, now our final section we have here.
What
a
is
very
Dino
exciting-
Blade?
A very very cool one, if I had to say and use a word I haven't used so
first
far. For the first time, a very cool section here. First up, we have Where Winds Meet, a game that obviously is already out.
I love it.
But we are getting a brand new boss coming to the Western version of the game in
Wow.
Dino Blade, coming from Team Spino. Incredible looking game. And we also have exclusive interview content with Crimson Desert.
Does the moon over the south still shine bright?
Whoa, watch out. That Joker? Sound like Joker. That's not Joker. See, like, I know this is a Souls-like, but at least this looks cool to me. Like, every other Souls game I see does not look this good. I like how much more motion there is in the combat. I think that's also why I would like Sekiro if I ever played any Souls game. The Sekiro looks like it's fast. Also, this battle arena looks crazy. Where are they? Watch out! Did he say more wins? Like where wins meet? Like the game title? Holy title drop. Are they just gonna show us the whole new boss battle? They really are just gonna show us the whole boss. Uh-oh. Boom. What the? Big ass attack. Are you gonna get the cool little fin? Oh, I guess not. What? Oh, the dinosaur has the sword? I did not see that in the fucking, like, trailer in the beginning. Okay. Dinosaur Souls-like, let's go. The fucking music. Oh, my Triceratops. What the fuck am I watching? Oh shit, he's Virgil! He's fucking Virgil, man. My dinosaur is Virgil. Oh, my dinosaur died. No. Extinct. Hey, that looked better than any Dark Souls game I've ever seen.
Based on the trailers and based on a bunch of things that I've seen about this game, you can clearly slay dragons. Is that true?
There are dragons in the game, and you do.
That's a mechanical dragon.
We haven't revealed just yet whether or not you can actually slay them. But you can
Oh.
them. You can.
Couldn't you
fly
also
them.
fight dragons in Black Desert, or am I crazy?
To the Lua fans, but at this point, we're not confirming whether or not there's dragon relations.
Could you speak a little bit to how big this game is?
We've been seeing some news out there with some specific numbers floating around about how big the map is. I don't think numbers really.
No,
do
actually,
justice
never mind. I'm
because
crazy. I don't
how
remember
big is
fighting a
that in
dragon in
terms of
Black
scope and
Desert.
scale?
I'm talking
But
out
what
my
we
ass.
can say is the world's at least twice as big as the open world and playable area of Skyrim. It's larger than the map of a Red Dead Redemption 2. Open world games are about doing things, having activities, having
And it's just as
distractions.
empty.
So we wanted to create a world that's not only passive, but is also incredibly interactive. Obviously, you and your community, Lua, care a lot about romance systems. This is not that
Why?
type of game in terms of RPG elements and decision
Am I
making.
mean?
What it is,
I don't think
though,
I'm mean. That's weird
is
to care about
you
romance in games.
choose the type
Are you
of character
okay?
that you want to play as in terms of your progression within the systems in the game. And then through
You need
basically
Tinder?
headcanon, you're having this very different experience than other players because of the scope and scale of the game. You'll be distracted by something, you'll go on this quest line, you'll have an experience.
Have a good one.
That'll be radically different than someone else, even though they're playing the same
Oh,
game. The guiding
boom!
principle for the
Get
game
off me.
is around empowering the player and not forcing them into specific choices. There's a lot of time between now and launch in March for us
The
to
fuck
be
is that guy
able
shooting
to
at me? Stop!
elaborate on the systems. Show
Jesus.
people if they have,
It's
say, I have an
impossible to
hour
dodge.
to jump in and play this game.
I was just shooting
after
like
work,
10 million
what
fireworks
is my
at me.
experience going to look like? So we've done a little bit of showing when you're not in combat, how you're taking advantage and interacting in the world, harvesting resource gathering.
Also,
them
is this
for
like single
a whole
player
crafting
Black
system
Desert?
that
Is
we
this
have
not
in
an
the game
MMO?
For equipment as well as
You can build your house, apparently.
I haven't really
there's a
looked
house.
into
The world
Crimson
is
Desert
made
that
to be
much.
interacted with, and that's also how you learn about.
I thought
the
it was
world.
just gonna be
So
Black
by
Desert
talking
again.
to NPCs by picking up chickens, then you've learned, and your codex will have been updated about the chicken.
What about things that go beyond like fighting? Is there like puzzles? Is there like different types of quests?
That's a great question. One of the things that we showcased, we had a team over to Korea to do a deep dive kind of behind the scenes last September. They came out and we showed them a glimpse of a bunch of different systems. One of the systems that we showed them was in what we call the aerial abyss. It's those sky islands that you see there. That's a very important, pivotal part in the story and quest and mystery surrounding the world. In those sky islands, there are puzzles. They all have a different vibe, if you will, and then treasures and rewards for completing them.
When can people get the game? Where can they get it? What does that look like for you guys?
The game comes out on March 19th across basically every platform. It'll be available on consoles on PS5, as well as Xbox Series X and S, PC, as well as natively on Mac.
Mac.
First, let's start with Where Wins Me. Well, since the game came out, I have played basically every day that game since it came out. I really like it. I love how many like we just did get new footage of a boss fight, but the game is like goes way beyond this. You can play it single player. You can do everything by yourself. You can play with friends. You can have a guild. The game like is mind blowing, especially because it's free. It's not pay to win. Everything in their story is cosmetic.
So Where Winds Meet is such a crazy game because, for one, it's free.
Yeah.
Which is wild. It's monetized exclusively through cosmetics. Yep. So they've even said we will never monetize power within the game, which I think is the way it should be. Yeah. But they also want to like. It has kind of two sides to it, where it does have the single-player adventure side, because you can play by yourself. You can play co-op, going through like the new boss fight together with your friends. And then there's also a side of it which is heavily inspired by classical MMOs, where like a player does something bad, they get put in the back of a cart, and everybody comes in and throws tomatoes at them.
I feel like it's a modern MMO that actually knows the audience. Like we love seeing those kind of things, and those are the kind of things that also appeal to. It doesn't matter Eastern or Western, but those are the kind of things that people are going to talk about.
This game is shocking. On how much depth it has.
There
like,
really is
You hit that
like
so hard, I thought he was just gonna be like, this game is
it's
shit.
Absolutely crazy. And every boss fight is different. And
Why did she hit it like that?
Pretty stunning, I would say.
Speaking of,
She
we
caught me
watched
off guard.
the boss fight, the Master's
This game
Message.
is
Seems like it's based
shit.
on obviously reading the Master's
Turn
Message.
it
You have to
off.
fight a different version of this ink boss. While we were watching it, you, Rob, specifically were like you haven't played this game, but you're watching it and you're thinking, wow, maybe I should play this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Why? Like, what looks good
It
about
looks so satisfying. Like, there's something about it. You know how it is when you're fighting a boss, and it's like the movement's almost fluid, and you're almost like in rhythm with the boss and their moveset. And that's what makes games like that are boss centric so satisfying to play. There's something about mastering a boss's moveset.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people like the combat in this game. Like all that stuff you said, very true. And very expansive. And then the flip side is
the combat is also really good.
Yeah, it looks very good. I think that's like what Luke was talking about. It's just the fact that it's free to play. Even myself, before it was released, I was so skeptical of it. It's like, there's no way that there's a catch. There's got to, because naturally with the nature of our industry, there's been so much free to play stuff that comes out and you're like, not what I expected. But this seems to be like a really, really quality game.
Then we also saw Dino Blade here, which an action game.
That's why I'm here.
Some information, an action game centered, obviously fighting as a dinosaur with a sword. The demo is available on Steam right now for PC. It's about an hour-long demo, so you can play it if you want, have some fun. We got to see a new dinosaur in that trailer that has never been seen before, and it's planned for release still in 2026, so sometime next year. No specific date right now. I'm kicking it to Rob first.
Dinosaurs with sword, like it's a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur.
Soul like, dude, like just watching the trailer, like I could feel my testosterone rising. Like my bench press max went up like 20 pounds because I could.
The music and everything.
Dude,
really...
dude, the Linkin Park montages are gonna be great.
Dude, it's so weird.
It's ridiculous.
So
like,
I love
give it to me. I want it.
Highly anticipated, I think, across the board, just because it's like so fun. It's such a gamer game. Dinosaur swords, like you can't really beat that.
Yeah.
Then to end things off, we have Crimson Desert, a game
another crazy good.
Everyone familiar with, I would say. It's been marketed for a very long time. People know it's coming. It's coming from Pearl Abyss, which is Black Desert as well.
The entire game is built on their proprietary engine, which it was fascinating to hear how they've broken it down, because like, you see Crimson Desert and so many things about it look too good to be true. They look crazy. They have hundreds of enemies on screen. They have all of this physics simulation. They have crazy stuff where like they have sky islands. You can jump down from straight down to the surface.
Can I just just to explain in the physics simulation that he's talking about? So, for example, if you have like a siege weapon and you throw a boat at a house, you can actually see the destruction starting from where the boat hit and everything else falling through it.
Well, and people see that, and from our frame of like, you know, standard open worlds in Unreal Engine 5 or something, not that that's a bad engine or anything, but like, we see that and we assume, okay, it's gonna run terribly. Okay, it's gonna have frame drops or it's gonna stutter. Okay, this or that. But this is an engine that they have built from the ground up with this game basically in mind. And it's just absolutely crazy because we've had the chance to play it, and that just is what the game is. It's ridiculous and crazy. And what's even crazier is that Will even shared with us some very special information that we are breaking here for the first time.
The size of the game is 2
times
Skyrim.
We didn't even rehearse that.
Nope, that just happened.
It's twice the size of Skyrim. It's actually bigger than the entire map of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Which is crazy.
Which I love that Will follows up by saying size doesn't matter, but in our game, it kind of does.
But like, we're bigger. It's crazy.
I can tell I'm not the target demographic for these games because that to me sounds bad. You shouldn't be saying that out loud. Your game is 2 times bigger than Skyrim. Your game's probably gonna be empty as fuck and have nothing to do. You just have it big just cause, oh, it's cool to have a big open world. Gamers love that. I don't give a shit, bro.
Different kind of rep.
Baldur's Gate 3.
How about make a good game?
But also, when you drop a line like that, you mentioned confidence. Like, you don't drop a line like that without knowing.
To me, that just sounds bad. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an open world gamer, so I'm sure the open world gamers are pogging hearing that. It's twice as big as Skyrim.
Coming March 19th.
Let's go.
More boring open world to explore.
Thank you, those of you who stayed with us from beginning to end. We really appreciate you. This has been a blast to work with on the background. Those guys have been amazing.
I'll trust Crimson Desert though, because I like Black Desert.
In a few different directions, we would all probably feel.
But that still doesn't sound good to me.
Obviously, for like myself, thank the team, production team as well. I think this is awesome. Very cool that you guys were all down to try to do this. It's like a new thing. Also, thank you to the audience, right? Like whoever is watching this and trying to engage in something new, it does mean a lot to us and the developers.
Thank you so much to the devs for taking us seriously and, you know, being excited to share with us what you have shared, to talk with us.
Our goal was to really try to lower the barrier for a lot of developers to be able to showcase their games, even if they don't have a crazy marketing budget or they don't have some big publisher that can, you know, brute force it. And I mean, the crazy amounts of talent that we saw put on display today is wild. And I think we're all very humbled that we had the chance to check it out and share it with you.
Thank you for having us.
It's also something that we can look forward to a little bit, where we did this in a pretty small time frame, I would say.
Yeah, you guys have no idea.
Yeah, we started talking like 3 or 4 months ago.
And a lot of people that we spoke to, publishers and devs, again, thank you again, because they worked very hard to get this stuff to us and out and participate in it. And a lot of people we talked to that didn't participate because they had other plans. It's like, well, we didn't know about this. But hopefully for the next one, we can plan more in advance and people can be a part of it and like, hey, let's go travel to people, right? And do interviews in person. Let's go.
Yeah, we want to grow on this. We want to do it better, but we got to get the first one out there. I can't even stress the amount of times we brought up a game. I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that game existed until you explained it to me, and now I'm interested in that game and the team behind it. Like, that's the beauty of this show. Like, that was our ultimate goal. We want to expose you guys to games you either did or did not know about, and then it also give you guys a different show of like, this is the team behind it and the personalities you can attach yourself to for the future of these games.
It was great putting faces to these developers as well, because you know, this industry, naturally, we're very critical of developers, but I think sometimes we forget that those are real people that pour their heart, that video games are art.
They love it. They love
what they're doing, and I think that's awesome.
Well, to all of you guys out there, this has been the first ever edition of New Game Plus. It has been an absolute honor for all of us to come together, and hopefully much more coming in the future. You know, we all love, at the very core, we love freaking video games, and we got to show you guys so much today, and hopefully more in the future. It's been an absolute pleasure, and here's to that future.
Much more coming.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't have any.
Cheers.
Nothing left after 3 hours.
Thanks for watching. You're welcome. I mean, it was the first one, right? You can't be too like overly critical about it. It was fine. It was nothing amazing. I feel like most showcases though are always just like fine. It's very rarely that they're like good, unless it's Nintendo, because they make good games. It was fine. I kind of forgot like most of the games that were in the beginning, because I think the beginning was kind of bad. I feel like all these games were the same shit. Not to be mean, but they're all just like open world games that were just survival open world games was the theme, which is like, dude, can we make a new game? The Deep Dish game though was good. This game, I remember it looked cute. Blood of Dawnwalkers almost was good, but it has terrible gameplay. If that was boring. I don't even remember what Beautiful Lights was. Oh, the Snowglass game. I mean, that looks good, but they didn't even like tell us what the game was. Just like art. Oh, the like music centered one. That one looked cute. I wonder how music will play a part in it, since it's like supposed to be like music enhances the journey. See how he does that? Let's see that fucking crazy ass instrument he pulled out. What was it called again? Can I see the name of it? The Crystal Bachette. This Looney Tunes ass instrument they pulled out. It sounds good. I think the music that was playing in the background there in this section was of that instrument. It sounded nice. Yeah, it looks interesting. The Mass Effect game, I kind of talked over it. I don't remember it. This looks good. I kind of just wish it was linear and not open world, but maybe I'm just being too critical of open world games. I don't know. I see open world and my eyes roll. Avowed, Grounded, don't really care about either one of those games, but good for them. Good for the people who like that their updates are coming out. I do. Oh, actually, I remember this dragon one, because this dragon one was the one where, yeah, you could be the dragon. Like the first thing they showed was him like murdering 10 million people. Go dragon. Do it. What is this problem, bro? Just murdered everybody. Atomic Heart bullshit. Sure, who cares? Someone does, not me. RTS, not really an RTS guy. I think this was the section of like the 3 bangers, right? Yeah, all 3 of these games look good actually. This like cybery bounty hunter ass game bangs. Looks like it bangs. Roguelike fucking shooter ass game looks amazing. Definitely tickled my brain. I still don't really like the art style of Erosion, but it's a roguelike, so I probably will play it. Yeah, that section was just full of actual good games. Division 2, boo. Ubisoft, boo, turn it off. Oh, wait, hold on. Shut the hell up, Xenoblade. I need to hear these loud ass guns again. Dude, I don't know how well y'all hear it, but dude, the guns sound awful in this game in like the funniest way possible. They're so loud. I can't. Shit's so funny. The crunchiest sounding guns of all time. Oh, is this a skateboarding game? Oh, hell yeah. Or not skateboarding, chair skating game. That game looked like a fun time for like a good hour or 2. Mad Max setting of a Sea of Thieves style game. I guess looks cute. Don't care about RuneScape that much, but good for them. What was this one? Oh, this was like the... Oh, this was the game that like kept switching from third to top-down perspective for some reason, and whatever that was. I don't know. I don't like bird's eye view, like, at all. I kind of wish it was just not that. That's not what I like. That's what I like. Not that frame rate. I don't like that frame rate. Forgot about the bad frame rate in one of those clips. That game looks fine though. Was this the game about the smelly person? Yeah, it was. That was pretty funny. Backrooms game probably looks good. If you like Backrooms. This was the fast sword game that I thought was showing earlier. This game looks pretty cool. Warhammer section that didn't exist in my eyes. We made it the Atlas section. The beat 'em up looks fine. I think most beat 'em up games look good. Oh baby, this was the bus game. I want to play this fucking bus game so bad. Oh! Did a front 360 heel? The speedrunners game looked good. I think there's like a third. No, I thought there was a fourth game. Not a third. Oh, this game looks cute. I like this game with the old man in like a I don't want to say Metroidvania. It's not this Metroidvania. It just looks like a side scroller. And like kind of similar art style to Cuphead in a way. Not style, but I guess like direction. Core Keeper, didn't really get into Core Keeper. I don't really like this game either. This kind of looks like bad Kingdom Hearts to me. Oh yeah, that game. Sure. Both of these games were whatever, man. The war game, sure. Everything else at the end was just okay. Okay, I don't want to be mean to the dinosaur game, but if they do another one of these, let's get some actual video games on here. Because this is just, no one is gonna play this in the nicest way possible. This is a game someone plays for a stream. This is a streamer game. No normal person is gonna play this by themselves. This is the stream, whether it be to your friends or to an audience. Let's get some real games in here, please. That and all these open world games, like, let's spice it up a little bit next time we do this. I mean, it's their first time, like I said, it can't be too hurtful. I think they did a fine job for, you know, 4 months, like they said. Crazy to just drop that on the whim. Let's do all this in 4 months. Shall we?